doing it. We're going live. We're doing it live.
Do it.
All right. Eric,
What?
you're a bitch.
Fuck you.
That's how we're
Play
starting
my
this
Israel
podcast.
song.
Wait, are we officially live?
Oh, yeah.
Are we officially live now?
Mm,
Oh, well, now that we're
There we
officially
go.
live, I just would like to say out loud, fuck Lindsay Clancy! God, I've been waiting to say that all week. Fuck that bitch!
Okay.
You didn't even let
Eric-
me get into my dance.
Well, Eric, who's got the? It's probably Pops.
What?
Y'all
What?
need microphone microphones too, but headphones. Jesus.
Suck my dick.
I hear the fucking Jew song on reverb. Like, that's terrible.
The echo is here.
Yeah, no, the echo's terrible.
Well, you can suck my dick.
Slender, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Riveting.
Not.
Riveting. So wait, guys, we haven't seen each other in like 3 weeks. This is it? This is nothing new? Nothing exciting? Wow, fuck y'all. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna, that's my cordial opening. That's it. Everything past here is hostile shit. Alright. So, I guess, yeah, Eric, you had a great opening because that's gonna be our.
Oh, that's the... Wait a minute. That's actually the opening topic?
That's the opening topic.
Holy shit! I actually screamed out the right opening topic for once. Can I start?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, wait,
cool.
do
So,
you
yeah,
want to do the like
I feel like
review?
I feel like just about everyone watching right now knows the backstory to this.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
Where's Chris?
yeah, where is Chris?
We're not gonna get Chris tonight. He's out with his wife.
Oh, okay. He's not playing with dead bodies tonight.
Brandon says hi.
Tell him I said okay. Next time you talk to him, tell him I'm not ignoring him. I'm just genuinely broke, and I don't.
Dude,
have-
it's actually cheaper than you think. It's like 40 cents for 15 minutes.
Wait, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Dude, in Florida, it's like $5-6. What the hell?
Yeah, it's like 40 cents for 15 minutes.
Well, then shit. I'm gonna actually answer the next time he calls that.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad. Tell him to call me because tell him I genuinely thought it was more expensive. Anyway,
Right.
which, by the way, since we're talking about free Brandon, now
Brandon will be back.
Brandon will be back. Yes. Now in regards to this Lindsay Clancy bitch.
Yes.
In case anyone's wondering who she is, and you've been living under a rock for the last week, she is the woman. Yeah, she's the one. She's the woman who's currently sitting on trial for killing her 3 children. And
Yep.
they're now. What's really gotten me confused.
Okay, Eric, don't do the whole thing is because then I'm gonna have to fucking backtrack.
What?
So if we're not gonna play a video on it, we'll give it a short summary.
Okay,
Lindsay
give the short summary.
Lindsay Clancy, I think it was a year or two ago in 2023, like 2-3 years ago, had decided while her husband had went out for groceries to strangle all 3 of her children. One of them actually she had to chase down. Well, you muted yourself, Pops. You muted yourself.
While her husband went to CVS to get her medication,
Yeah.
Yep.
he murdered her kids.
Yeah, she murdered her kids.
Yeah, he murdered her kids.
And then on top of that, afterwards, she jumped off of the balcony because she lived, I guess, in a high-rise apartment.
About 12 feet up in the air. That's how she got.
Yeah, she tried to kill herself, but only ended up paralyzing herself because, like Pops just said, it's a 12-foot drop. That's not exactly hard. And now they're in trial. She is on trial for the murder of her children. and she is not denying that she killed the kids. She's not denying any of that. She's only saying that her defense is not guilty due to temporary insanity from postpartum depression.
Which to me, that's bullshit.
All right, Eric, you could go. You could get your opening, and I'll go for it.
I mean, straight. I mean, thank you for summarizing that. By the way, um, there are actually women coming online and making public statements saying that they are backing this woman,
Yeah.
saying that, oh, raising kids is hard. It could sometimes lead you to that point. Um, look, speaking as a father of a 13-year-old daughter who decides to have hormonal rages like 30 minutes, no, I can tell you flat out those thoughts do not go through my head.
I'll do you one better than that. Being the father that raised this guy and by pretty much by himself while they were teens. Yeah, as much how do you say it? As much ammunition as I had to do something stupid like that with these two guys, never crossed my mind.
That was a pretty difficult. I was a pretty difficult kid.
You know, now the fact that there are actually women saying, "Oh, well, I could feel how she feels. I understand where she's coming from." And the funny part is like I've never seen the divorce rate go so high. There are actually men leaving their wives.
I'm leaving.
Kings
are backing this woman.
Smart kings.
Oh, very smart, very very smart kings. Bravo to all of them.
Dude, I leave the bitch too. Shit.
There is legitimately no excuse on this planet to kill your child at all. There is no excuse to do it. The only thing you are there to do for your child is protect them, take care of them, show them how to live and how to be a human and how to be an adult. That is your purpose. Your purpose is not to, oh, they're annoying me today. Oh, they're asking for too much. Oh, they're driving me up the wall. Well, guess what?
I heard voices.
That's the even funnier part is that her stories don't line up with how she heard the voices. Because first, she was telling the cops that she heard the voices as soon as he left for CVS. And then she told the FBI that she started hearing the voices when he called her from CVS. So it's like, shit's not lining up, bro.
Like she's seen a lot of movies in her lifetime.
It's like, just admit that you are a self-centered piece of shit.
Yeah.
And that you genuinely just didn't want to deal with the kids anymore. Because I've even actually been out in public where, like, I've heard grown adults say with their full chest, yeah, one of the best parts about, you know, watching kids is being able to give them back because I don't have to deal with those little bastards anymore. It's like, see, and you are the type of person that should not be a parent. Because in my mind, it's like, if you're, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'll fuck around and be like, listen here, you little shit, like, all the time to my fucking kid. But it's like, you know, it's one thing to do that, but then to actually, like, say with your full chest, like, I like, something just that kind of fucked up, in my opinion, it doesn't make sense to me. It genuinely doesn't. And Lindsay Clancy, I hope you get the death penalty. I genuinely do. I don't give a fuck that you're stuck in a chair. I hope you die. I genuinely hope you die. Because all you're doing right now is wasting my tax dollars. Literally, that's all you're fucking doing right now is wasting my tax dollars.
If Lindsay Clancy's innocent, so is Chris Benoit.
Oh, God damn it. How did I know you were going to bring that up?
That's all I'm saying. If you don't know who Chris Benoit is, let me give you.
Go do some research.
Let me give you a quick. I got you right here. You pull. Chris Benoit was one of my favorite wrestlers in the '90s and early 2000s.
Same.
He had this move called the flying headbutt.
Oh God!
This was before we knew what CTE was. And Chris Benoit also did steroids and testosterone. So one day he went on a psychotic break. Some say from the steroids, some say from the CTE that they found later was like so bad his brain was like basically an 83-year-old Alzheimer's patient. Um, Chris Benoit strangled his kids and his wife before himself, and how he did that was like he hung himself on his exercise equipment. We all admonished Chris Benoit for that. There was no debate on like his mental health. We just went, that's fucked up. He's wrong. WWE basically erased him from history. You can't you can see Chris Benoit now because of like historians fighting for the history. But if you go on the network or on Netflix, you can't search him by name. He's not allowed like to be spoken about in wrestling. He's taboo as fuck. So if Lindsay Clancy is okay, we gotta revisit Chris Benoit, okay? Because Our Lady Peace should have their song back. Is all I'm saying. That song was awesome. The entrance song.
And his son could actually get a career.
But isn't it crazy that like when we're talking about a male wrestler, this is not a debate. But we're talking about a.
The second it's a female, though,
it's a debate. No matter what it is, bro, it's disgusting.
Dude, we got people on here saying. We got people on here saying that we can't mourn the death of Dolly Parton because
we'll get to that.
We didn't match her political views or some shit, even though she's come out and publicly stated that she doesn't have any political views.
Yeah.
We'll get to Dolly Parton. That is on the topic list. But
my point of being on here right now is you retards need to literally learn what the actual definition of research is. It doesn't mean scroll through Facebook and read the headlines. You actually need to open up the article and read the paragraphs. I know that's a lot more than most of you are able to do because most of you only have the second grade reading level. But you need to go on to LinkedIn or wherever the fuck you need to go on to learn how to read, and you need to go actually read these fucking news so that then you're not running around like a fucking blue-haired retard.
Slender, you want to weigh in on this for?
Sorry, I had something going on externally over here.
You're fine.
Do you need a reminder of where we're at, or were you keeping up?
Yeah, I'll probably need a reminder. Like I said, I had something externally going on.
We're on Lindsay Clancy. We're on Lindsay.
Oh, still on Lindsay Clancy. Yeah. So what was the last thing about it?
Well, we were just stating opinion on the case.
Oh, we're just doing general opinion on the case?
Yep.
I mean, there's only one real opinion to have. There's like, hold on one second.
You're good.
External. It's okay, Slendy. It's been a couple of weeks. We gotta get the rest out.
I mean, overall, like I said, I don't care if she's in a wheelchair. I don't care if she's paralyzed now. Like, you killed your kids. You deserve to die. Flat out. Go on the chair. Get injected.
At the very least, it should be LWOP. If we're not gonna give her the death penalty, it should be LWOP. She shouldn't go to a fucking facility for a couple years and then walk. Like,
no, she should. It's either life in prison or death.
Sorry, I was interrupted as soon as.
No, life in an institution.
No, fucking institution. Like, straight up, I say give her the death penalty because I don't want my tax dollars going to that bitch.
Yeah. Go ahead, Slendy. Nope.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly as everyone was saying. Like, you have to, Jesus. I don't know where all my stuff is. Anyway, yeah, there's so much that I've been learning about the case. There's still, I guess, more coming out and everything as well.
Yeah, dude. Like,
But
okay,
we'll
okay.
see.
So that's the other thing that I wanted to talk about was that the defense is fucking leaning on the whole the insanity lean is sketchy to begin with. They had like and he's a really good fucking uh uh expert witness. It was a psychologist. But it was really the dude was like 5-star rated, super accoladed, like guy was knew his shit, and flat out told everybody, like flat out told like the court, like yo, no, not that, not for nothing, but she doesn't have postpartum. On top of that, the circumstances of postpartum doesn't line up with like the timing of all of this anyway. And they tried, like, the defense tried to, like, press on this guy's credentials only to find out, like, live in the court, no, Buddy is, like, the best credentialed fucking psychiatrist we could find in the country. So, the defense for this lady is, like, terrible as it already is. That postpartum shit is such a cop-out. I feel like it's a cop-out. I'll be surprised if she doesn't get OWAP, bro. Well, oh, by the way, what state was this? Do we know?
That I do not know what state.
Oh, jeez, I'd have to look that back up.
What? I hope not. Is Lindsay Clancy in? What's up, Lewis?
What's up, brother? Well, American Team Biggie on the Eldrin Howard Johnson.
Oh, it's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, blue state. Blue as they come.
That's not good. That's not good for what we want out of it.
Not good for justice, no.
They're
gonna
be like, you know, he was in a bad state of mind.
The other thing that Eric had brought up that I want to comment on the social aspect. Erica brought up earlier how the divorce rate had a spike through this. I fully fucking support that. I don't care if you've been married for like 100 fucking years. If you find out that your wife is okay with killing kids under any circumstances, it's probably best to not have that wife. Okay?
Right. Probably is.
And then you got to start watching your kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like oh fuck. It's like, can I even trust you around them?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how you're gonna feel.
I'm sorry, but that's like that should be one of the lines, you know what I mean?
Is the line that should not be crossed.
I feel like that's a deal breaker.
Right up there with "Thou shalt not kill." I'm pretty sure it's up there.
Like, it's crazy that we found our own way to have the bear question. You remember the bear question? You remember the whole bear thing that women had on us, and then women started to divorce us because of how our opinions were on it? We found a way to have our own bear question.
Just walk right up. So how do you feel about Lindsay Clancy?
Well, postpart, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. I don't want to hear the rest of this. I already know you're retarded. But yeah, so we figured out. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it's 30 minutes of it. I actually might not play it at all because it's 30 minutes of it. But to give a update on the whole Hassan Piker thing, found out that his political career might not last as long as everybody's hoping for on the other side of the defense.
Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
Monkey, I'm glad you kind of bring that up because that thing about AOC not being a radical leftist went out the window today when she renewed her membership to the Democrats, socialists.
No.
Yeah.
I had hope.
Say bye-bye to AOC.
I had hope. Damn it.
There's no hope. The lady's a communist. She will always be a communist.
I thought America had some effect on her, but nope. I guess not. Not if she's. What a fucking this must be a new fad. This has to be a fad. Like, how did we get to the socialist fad?
Trump was right. They went past socialists. They're communists. They're definitely communists.
But yeah, so Hassan's getting dog walked now because the big time Dems are starting to figure out that guy is not good for their campaigns. On top of that, thanks to like some pretty decent, like I already said that this was like the greatest control of the opposition ever, Hassan Piker, for the Republicans. They have been, and I watch it now because I see it like Pops has got Newsmax on 24/7, so I see it. They've picked him and they've beaten the shit out of him on all networks, dude. Every fucking day, every fucking hour, I'm looking at Newsmax. Hassan Piker said, "Wow," and they're just playing his greatest hits. Dude, all the shit he ever said on Twitch, they're playing it. They're playing the greatest hits. America deserved 9/11, a classic, a fucking classic, and it's on 24/7 on Fox News and on Newsmax. Jesse Waters is talking about it. Fucking, what's that guy? That guy that you like, Carl Higbee? He's always talking about it. Like, it's fucking. They've picked him as the number one target, the number one attack vector to the Democrats. So they put him on the panel and they said, "See, this is what all Democrats are like. Hassan fucking Piker." And then on top of that, this is after like months of Hassan Piker shaking hands with all these DSA guys that have won their primaries. So now everybody's having to evict Hassan Piker from their stratosphere. So you're getting a lot of people that are having to come out, like almost being forced at gunpoint. Like, hey, you better say something about this fucking guy, or you're the DSAs.
Hassan Piker is irrelevant. The fact is, they're still Democrat socialists. So Hassan Piker is just part of that little equation there.
Saeed had to say that Hassan Piker doesn't represent his campaigning. Cuomo actually had said something. Fuck, even Hakeem Jeffries had to say something about it. Like, all the major establishment Democrats have now mentioned Hassan Piker in a bad light. So,
well, that sucks.
So what was a great August for Hassan is turning into maybe the quickest end in politics I've seen in a decent while.
Well, you see, maybe if he wasn't a piece of shit, then maybe he'd actually survive longer. But unfortunately, he's a piece of shit. So here we are.
But it's indicative of a bigger problem, though.
What do you mean?
The DSA is bigger than it's ever been before. Like, ever in its history.
The Democratic Socialist Party?
Yeah. The DSA is actually bigger than it's ever been before. This is a problem on two fronts, bro. Democrats don't like this. The establishment does not like this. And the Republicans definitely don't like it because they're guys that hate Democrats to begin with.
Well, I guess it's time to call in a favor. I will be right back. I have to go call it.
I don't want to say that we Democrats, we just have batshit crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like I got nothing against Democrats. It's the socialists. The socialists, I have something wrong. I do, like that's where I'm like, okay, hold on a second. Let's backtrack a little bit. Like it's mainly like the socialism crap that just scares the fuck out of me.
And it should.
I'm tired, and I said this a couple weeks ago. I'm tired of candidates that make their campaign around APAC. I'm tired of hearing APAC. I have never heard of APAC before, like 2 years ago. I didn't know APAC existed.
Me
APAC was
neither.
just another pack to me, bro. Like I didn't know APAC was a thing. Like didn't know the concept of it, didn't care about it. Like I just did not know like it exists, and it is like literally the center of everybody's fucking attention. And I'm done with that. So I don't like candidates that make APAC a part of their campaign in either direction, whether they're supporting it or not supporting it. I'm tired of hearing about it altogether. I'm tired of hearing about Israel. I'm tired of hearing about Gaza. I'm tired of hearing about Palestine. And this isn't like an America First thing, like, because those America First guys are turning out to be just groypers masked up. It's more along the lines of I'm just sick of this shit. I'm sick of the sand wars. I want the sand wars to take a back seat, dude.
Santa Wars.
I'm sick of the sand wars, bro. Like,
I love the way you talk, bro. Just
I don't.
fucking.
I think at this point, like, if I hear Israel or Gaza or Palestine or the Middle East anymore for the next 4 to 5 years tops, I
don't think
might
that's gonna happen. Go on.
I might fucking like implode. I might self combust into sand. Won't even be flames. I think I'm just gonna turn into dust.
What is it that you said if you heard again you would turn into dust?
No, I'm not telling you again because you'll do it.
Well, no, what was it?
No,
Tell me, you bastard.
no.
Yes.
I'm tired of hearing it. Why would I tell it to you again?
Fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me,
Yeah. No.
fucker.
But yeah, it's this. And again, I said this a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Fishback, and Charles is not here to deal with it. He was going to be here last week, but I was at a concert. But Fishback got his ass fucking kicked. Wasn't even close.
Who?
Wasn't even the same stratosphere that Fishback. And all his campaign was about was I'm gonna be anti-Israel and anti-APAC and all this other stupid shit. I'm tired of like two flavors of the same being.
APAC is not the only lobby here in the United States. I don't
That's
know why.
what I'm saying. Like, and I don't understand why this shit has to be like mentioned so damn much. APAC is in a list of like fucking 100,000
So-
fucking packs.
Think of it this way. It's a propaganda campaign because how many Arab or Muslim states are there? And then think about it in reverse. How many Jewish states are there?
One to like fucking what is it, 20?
Right. And everyone just wants to get rid of the one Jewish state.
Yeah, because it's again, this is some anti-Semitic ass shit.
Right. Exactly. It's a whole propaganda campaign.
And on the other side of the ball, we've gotten so far that like I'm not for like hating Muslims either. I'm just for like both y'all are annoying and leave me alone. That's the stance I want to take as an American. Like, I don't know how we can make that a policy, like, or how we word that to be a policy, but I basically want the policy to be both of y'all are fucking annoying, leave me alone. Figure it the fuck out. Like, you know, I'm over all of that, and I'm over our politicians being about that shit too, because this is nothing to do with like our own problems. On
I
top
always
of all,
say that to me, all of that is theater. That's us. That's just
on
the way
top of all of that, I think
Yeah,
we're not figuring out who like. Consider it like this. I don't really know who's a good and bad candidate anymore in politics because we can't get past this fucking APAC, Israel, Gaza, Palestine issue. And it's such an easy thing to like put your fucking flag on and then make your campaign all about that, and people will vote for that shit. But like no one knows like if that's all that they know. I would like to get back to a point where like we had like a discourse about our politicians that didn't include Israel and Gaza and Palestine and Apex and all this other dumb shit. But I'm tired of the two. It's to me, and maybe I'm looking at it crazy. I don't know, but it's two flavors of the same being. You got these groiper fucking anti-Semitic cunt fucks that mask up and as America first when really they're just fucking Jew hating anti-Semites that but of the right wing variety. And you got these terrorist loving fucking Islamic like dick sucks, and they're not even Islamic. Like fucking rooting for Al Qaeda and the Houthis and all this other dumb shit because they're Jew hating fucks. Like and that I'm done with all the Jew hating. I'm done with the Jew hating. And it's gonna end up turning into like more Muslim hating on the other side of the ball because that's how we are. We're reactionary. So I'm done with the Muslim hating. I'm just done with all the like this is stupid.
How exactly United States is involved in all that? It's because I don't really understand politics on that side of it. To be honest.
What? How? What? Say that. You cut out hard. I didn't hear.
How's
you.
United States? I'm sorry. That's my between my crooked English and my this Bluetooth. And how is United States involved in all of that, like in that area? Besides the Iraq War and Israel and all that, how exactly are we involved in all of that?
We basically like to play the policeman
me?
over there. Yeah, I can hear you. We basically like to play the policeman over there, and then on top of playing the policeman over there, we're also the power broker.
I'd
So
say
like
that's partially the case, but it's not that just It's not just that America likes to play policeman. A lot of these countries also request our presence.
that's actual factuals. He's not wrong. We got obligations over there, but it's basically that. It's policing and power broking because we pick and choose whose economy does well.
I mean, that's what it means when America's the world's daddy.
Nah, believe me, I'm not against it. What I'm against is making our inward politics about this. This is international affairs. You know what I'm saying? This is shit for the president and our government. Like, this isn't shit for our local politicians getting like fucking governor of Florida, governor of New York, governor of like.
But how do you finance all that meddling? They need isn't it through taxes? That's my understanding.
It's through taxes, PACs, and a bunch of other shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taxes, PACs, and a bunch of other shit. But it's their central, like Fishback was the perfect example. It's their central focus. We're not even talking about like what you're going to do for Florida anymore. We're talking about APAC. And we're not going to get Florida tax money, APAC. Like, we're not talking about anything the fuck else but APAC and flock cameras. So we're going to get to flock cameras in a second. That's a legitimate issue. But
on both sides.
The whole thing of the whole anti-Israel sentiment, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's part of a whole I'm pretty sure it's part of the whole problem. It has to do with, I would say, it has to do similarly how there's a propaganda campaign against AI in data centers. Because what's the best way
Right.
if you're trying to become the technologically advanced country? Let's just use AI as an example for, of why people would do this. You're trying to become the more technologically advanced country and prevent others from catching up or even getting close to you on an
Breaking
economic
up.
level.
Is it me
with where AI
or
is going.
No, it's you, but I can hear him. Go ahead, son.
Then why wouldn't you propagandize other countries to make them hate that technology?
Fair. And
it's just this whole thing
it's the
with
same
Israel.
thing.
There's
It's
all
the
these
same thing
countries
with
that
Israel.
want to get rid of the one state of Israel. They want to genocide the Jewish people. They've been saying this for many years. What better way to get them to get the chance to do it than to propagandize over years and years to get the world's superpower to be on your side more? Which hasn't really completely worked, but as you can see,
Dude,
it's damage.
It's starting to work now. Like, these guys didn't just overnight become good at politics and propaganda. They've been doing this shit for years, but it felt like,
oh yeah, all the theories that have been going around regarding Nazis and all that. And I mean, there's that's not to say that there isn't necessarily a possibility of truth in a lot of these theories or anything, but it doesn't take away from the fact of what happened as well.
it felt like back then we were pretty unified on our assessment of who the good guys and bad guys are in that situation. Like, if you were to bring this up like 20 years ago in 2006, 2007, and we discussed the Houthis or Hezbollah or fucking Al Qaeda or any of those guys, there's not an American walking in America that would be like, yeah, those guys are the good guys. I don't know how that, like, far when it happened, we have fallen so fucking far where this is like an actual, like, we don't have an understanding of who the good guys and bad guys are anymore. And now all of a sudden, like, fuck Israel, and I just don't get that.
It took 2 generations of brainwashing to get here. But that's where it started. It started in the schools, dude, and that's what.
I never learned in school. Fuck Israel.
Well, that's what they're teaching them in college. That's what they're teaching them in college.
Yeah, that's fairly new. That's fairly new.
I did first learn about some of the conspiracy theories back in the day in school, but it was never a outright "fuck Israel" type of sentiment.
Exactly.
It was always there's
exactly.
more to everything that we're told, especially with the Holocaust and everything like that. But it doesn't erase what we do know happened.
Yeah, not the hate that we see right now. I don't know why that fucking hate. I've never seen that before, to be honest.
Teaching these kids that the Holocaust never happened.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous now.
Well, to be honest, it's not the first time I hear about it. I've heard that before, but I don't really know what to believe anymore.
It started as the Holocaust didn't happen as we know or as we were taught it, which I can agree with that. Sure.
Exactly.
But then it turned into, it just never happened. Which, what?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I feel like this is even this isn't like hitting where I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out, maybe it is, and I'm just not putting the dots together. I'm trying to figure out where we started to all of a sudden become sympathetic to the terrorists. The guys that blew our towers up 20 years ago.
That's because in 2001, you weren't figuring that would ever happen. Ever. Not back in 2001.
What?
When, after the towers went down, you would never think that that we're getting today would ever happen. Because for a while there, the country actually came together for a little while. Everybody was patriotic, both right and left. Everybody was sort of in harmony after that. And then
Hmm.
I don't know what happened from
Dude,
then.
in 2001, you can listen to Howard Stern in real time flip party lines during the entire thing. Like you can listen to it. I have this like tradition on September 11th where I listen to the Howard Stern broadcast of the event because it's like for kids that have never experienced 9/11 before. If you really want to get a good like understanding of a common man, not a politician, not a news anchor, but a common everyday human in New York, listen to the Howard Stern podcast. It's the most real shit of the entire thing that you'll ever find out about or dig up about that event. It's my favorite thing to listen to.
Even
You
even
you
Howard Stern.
you can listen to Howard Stern in real fucking time flip party lines while he's watching the towers fall, bro. Like it is insane, bro. Like yeah.
Even Howard Stern's gone off the stupid end, bro. Back in those days when the towers came down, Howard Stern and Trump were cool.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they were cool. He was on his podcast. They gave him credit for helping with 9/11 and all that shit. They were cool. Now Howard Stern is like Rosie O'Donnell.
Well,
Okay.
Howard Stern, even back then, before 9/11, he was liberal as fuck. 9/11 turned him into a conservative for a long ass time. And then, yeah, over time, that's what I'm getting at. Like, we become sympathetic to terrorism. The guys that blew
Well,
up our towers.
You want to know what the problem is? You want to know what the problem is? It's because they're putting fucking estrogen in the water and it's making everyone gay.
Honestly, Eric, I think what the problem is we're so fucking far removed from that event that people don't have the appreciation of it. It's crazy. It's crazy because like I didn't think I'd get here, but when I was a kid, there was a like the Vietnam War, right? When they would talk about the Vietnam War, that's distant history to me. Like I wasn't alive for that. I didn't see that play out. So I don't understand the gravity of the Vietnam War like somebody that lived in like my father. Like somebody that lived in that time period that saw it and saw all the things that were going on around it. 9/11 I was there for. I watched it live. So I understand the gravity of that, but I'm sure if I talk to my son right now,
He has no
he's not going to understand what 9/11 actually is.
Yeah.
So I think that might be our
Right.
disconnect is we're not doing good enough teaching because it's become a slogan, it's become a holiday, it's become a thing that we recognize, we say never forget, but really we forgot. You know, like it's we're not doing enough in my opinion. This is just an opinion. I don't think we're doing enough to teach our kids about that event and to teach our populace why that event's so important. And it's crazy because that event changed our world. Like it didn't just change our country, it changed the world. And it feels like now it's like
What
an
I've seen so
afterthought.
far,
Go ahead, Lewis.
I've been here. I'm sorry. I've been here like almost 25 years. And what I've seen here is every time there's a economic upheaval, for lack of a better term, and
what's up, bro?
there's polarizing narratives. So that's the pattern that I've seen. And in Spanish independent media, they always have they don't blame only Jewish people or these people or the other people. They usually what they say is whenever there's a how do you say it in English, um, civilizator civilizatory process.
Solicitor.
Did I say that right? No, 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 no.
Solicitory process.
How
Yeah,
do
you got that right.
civilizatory? Civilizatorio. It's how to say civilizatorio in English. Process. The catalysis behind that is chaos, basically. So that's what the Spanish independent media always says. And and at the upfront, what they always say is at the spearhead of that chaos is United States of America, and basically not United States of America, but the Western. They call it the Western Empire. That's how they call it.
Yeah, the Western Empire.
Does it make sense what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
because
Yeah,
they want to they want to destroy the ideal of Western civilization. Because we've shown
they're
that in
trying
the
to
Western
demonize it.
world that we can do so much more.
But I don't understand. What I don't understand, what I do not understand is why Latin America they don't consider themselves the Western part of the like.
because
I can understand.
Because
for
Latin
a while-
Americans are socialist, so they
Because
consider our shit
the trajectory their
imperialism.
country went was completely different than the way that the North American countries went.
I heard
But
this
even
I
Canada-
couldn't hear you,
But they're
Slender.
making a shift.
Let me listen
But
to
they're making
Slender
a shift.
because I like what Slender was saying. I'm sorry, Slender. You say it again.
Oh, all I said was basically they went off on a different trajectory than the North American countries, but you can even see it starting in Canada where they're going the same way as where Latin America went.
Yeah, yeah.
The
However-
Latin Americas in history saw us as
But also
the
remember this.
imperialists.
Where did a
They
lot of
were
the Nazis go after the war?
who?
Where did a lot of the Nazis go after the war?
Argentina.
Argentina,
Yes.
Argentina.
Yes. And remember
We're a
this,
smart podcast.
Nazism was not the known definitional form of socialism or that we know, but Nazism at its
National
core
socialism.
was a form of socialism. It was one they were trying to define as their own. It does have parallels to socialism today, but of course, yes, it more resembles Italian fascism. But socialism also very closely resembles Italian fascism.
I heard this priest.
I see what you're saying. It makes sense. I see what you're saying. It makes sense.
Hey
Makes
guys, I
sense.
actually gotta hop off here. It's getting close to bedtime.
Oh my god!
Oh
It's
no,
time
she's gonna
for
beat you.
her handler.
No, it's called I have to be up. I wake up
Hey,
every
Chris.
day at 5:30.
The handler is coming with the chain. It's time to go.
Oh, we can hear it. We can hear it clanking in the background.
Yep.
Good night, guys, and just remember, Monkey likes tickling his butthole with the feather by his wife. All right, bye, guys.
Yeah, dude. That sounds like projection to me, but all right.
Bro, I heard this priest today put this situation in a different aspect. He said that for 8 years, Obama came in and made the world feel that America was bullying. Like we were too arrogant and all this and talking down America for the whole 8 years he was.
But we are though. We are.
Okay. So when
We
Trump
have the
came
big
in-
dick.
No, wait. Let him cook. Cause I'm good. Let him
when
cook.
Trump came in, Trump gave people hope. He's like, no, America's not done. We're not done. We can be better than this. We are better than this. And you have to respect the fact that we're better than this. Like Obama came in on a weak thing. And that's what gave birth to the ISIS and the terrorists and all this bullshit.
Let me ask a
Because it
question
filled the
because
void that we gave up.
let me
But
ask a
Trump
question
came in
because
He reversed that.
my
Like,
childhood
no,
history
we are
kind
better.
of.
We should be better and we should be. And that's what he's doing.
Let me ask you a question because that's crazy that you said that because it kind of maps up with my political history as a kid. But I wasn't paying attention to a lot of Obama's speeches in real time. I've had to look them up in the post hoc normally whenever I'm talking about him. When you say Obama had this, he created this attitude of we were the bullies. How did he do that? Was he like saying shit to insinuate that?
Basically, he was saying that America was arrogant.
Was that in any speeches? Do you remember? I'm asking for real because like I don't
I'm telling you what I heard today on this.
Okay.
This preacher dude, and he did play.
Can barely hear shit.
Because
he made that point, and it's true. It's
in my political life, when Obama started coming around was when I started to develop the idea that we were playing in the faces of the world. But I didn't develop that idea because of the president. I developed that idea because of my friends. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it was just timing, but
No, so politics in the U.S. has been. There's been a lot. I can relate to a lot of what you're talking about. Growing up and everything, I was a lot like we've discussed this. I was a lot more of what would be considered a Democrat growing up and everything. But what has been happening and what I've noticed is, yes, a lot of people do share their ideals and everything in school and stuff like that, and it makes other kids want to be a part of the group usually. But what I've noticed is a lot of like it comes down to the propaganda again because people, and it's been starting probably before George W. Bush, because I remember it.
I want to say it was about
George
at
W.
George.
Bush.
I want to say it was about at Bush.
It might have been. I can't remember further back than that because that's when I would probably be too young. But when it was George W. Bush,
it's natural to be idealistic when you're younger.
Yeah,
it's natural to be idealistic when you're younger.
Right. That is true. I do remember when it came to George W. Bush, though, is when there was a very strong, like, anti-America resentment starting. And it wasn't big at first. But I do remember it starting, like, among, my peers and things like that. They would talk about it.
Yep.
And this
Slender,
was,
let me ask you a question. One question. Because maybe it's me. I'm gonna be straightforward. I think what you guys see as anti-American sentiment, I see it as anti-government sentiment and pro-American.
Well, that's how it started.
Sentiment.
No.
It became worse than that.
Lewis. In this period,
I might be confused.
I might be confused. I'm gonna help you. In this period that he's talking about, the period that we're talking about, this is anti-American. This isn't anti-government.
Like
this was anti-American.
Everybody was against the government. We're against the.
And the reason I can say that is because the rhetoric that we were talking about, Slender can support this. We weren't discussing just the president in office we were discussing every other president before that. We were discussing our whole history. It wasn't a government thing. It was anti-American. We were against what we did as a country.
And can I piggyback onto that? That was the era of like Green Day making that song "American Idiot,"
Right. Correct. And when punk really took off, anti-flag was around. Like being anti-American was the biggest fashion statement in this time period. Che Guevara shirts were being Che Guevara shirts were being worn.
Fucking idiot with a Che Guevara t-shirt. I just want to slap him across the face. I swear to God, every time I see these motherfuckers with a Che Guevara t-shirt, I'm like, do you know what that motherfucker did in my country?
How you know how the fuck
Bro, it pisses me the fuck off. It pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah.
I just you know what he did in Cuba? You know what Che Guevara did in Cuba?
Dude,
he killed a lot of fucking homosexuals. He killed homosexuals. And I see the fucking LGBT, whatever the fuck you call that shit, LGBT, whatever the fuck you call that shit. You say, pro Che Guevara, motherfucker. Che Guevara killed fucking homosexual. Are you out of your fucking mind? Che
But that's the
Guevara
thing.
killed
Americans are very
homosexuals.
privileged. Americans are very privileged. The majority of them do not know what Che Guevara really did. You know.
No.
So
Well, we can
that's how
expand on this
privileged they
too
are.
because
They
it's when you
Go
look at the
ahead.
data and the
I'm sorry.
pollings,
I'm sorry.
it's more than it's
I
just like
apologize.
an
I started
American
screaming.
problem.
Sorry.
It's become more of a mostly female problem.
yeah, because
Because
females
when
are
you look
naturally
at
more
it,
Hold on,
empathetic and
yes,
no. Let's let her have this. What? Explain
as
this.
Chris is saying, they are more naturally empathetic. They have that motherly instinct that is natural to them. That's why you will see, say, did you see the video of the one illegal immigrant that was masturbating in front of children and stuff? A bunch of
Yes.
men were like beating on
Yes.
him, and then a woman comes over and like checks on him and makes sure he's okay and everything. Well, exactly like I mean, it's suicidal empathy. And the reason why the propaganda works is because we have the Western world has been empowering women more and more.
Yeah.
Why do you think the Western
This
world is
is
getting more?
this is
And I'm not trying to say that.
Because my theory, if you want to take it as conspiracy or not, is that the thing is that they have outsourced the authority of the head of the household to the state to undermine the authority of the head of the household, to divide the household, and so the state raises your kids. That's my theory. And also,
yeah.
when women in history are empowered, they get debased faster and worse than men. You know that you guys have a saying that absolute power corrupts absolutely. When women throughout history, when you see it, as far as I've seen, when women are empowered, they get debased quicker and worse than men.
Oh, you didn't even
I
need
mean,
history for
look at what's
that,
happening in the
Tropical Peanut.
WNBA.
Oh no, not
Yeah,
even that.
look-
Just look at
We're gonna get
just
to
look
that.
at everything in general. What's going on when it comes to women when they get on the internet, and once they start getting a little provocation towards it, what do they start doing? They start doing things like OnlyFans and everything like that.
And then
Yeah,
another
you just want to
example
whore
of
themselves
women
out.
being like,
It
yeah,
goes
and
into,
another
like you said,
example of
debasing the society further.
yeah. Another example of women's empathy getting like the worst of them is like this whole like Lindsay, what's her name again? Lindsay Clay
we
or
talked
something
about
like that.
that.
The
think
lady.
that's
We just covered
that was
that.
one we
Just
talked
got
about.
done
Yeah.
with that one, but yeah, you're right.
Oh, I'm sorry, but
No,
that's
you're
another
right.
good example of
No, that's fine. But you're making a
empathy
good point.
trumping logic.
Yep.
And it's not to say I want to just remove the rights from women, but I even see a lot of women going online and posting, "I'm ready to just repeal the 19th." Like a lot of them are saying it themselves.
The problem is
I saw a woman.
the problem is
I saw a
that
woman make a post.
The
I
problem
saw a
is
woman make a post
crazy
where
bitches like that used to get ignored. Now they get a platform.
My Bluetooth is kind of fucked up, guys. So
You know
when you guys
what?
talk at the
it's
same
okay.
time,
You know what? Pop said something, and it's kind of like an off-topic topic, but this is gonna end up being a main thing somewhere down the line when we can like stabilize as a country. I pray. But I heard this on a Destiny stream, and it was one of those things where I was like, you're probably a lot more right than you think. But he said something to the effect of like, we're having this issue now in our politics where we're focused on these things that, yes, they're problems, but they're not the true issue. And we're not focusing on things that end up becoming like the true issue, because the true
Politicians are too focused on becoming influencers.
well, no, what it is the true issue is apolitical. You can't really use it against one side or another. So we use
Can I say
wedge. So hold on. So we use wedge issues like
Wedge.
transgenders or the, you know,
My body, my
anti-Semitic
choice.
shit. Yeah, my body, my choice, APAC shit like that. Because these are things that one side can use against another. We're going to need to come to a situation, and it's going to be a topic that can't be politically used against each other. It's an apolitical topic one of the most important conversations we have yet to have as a society, truly with truth, and we need to, is how we consume the internet. Because, good Lord, has it changed how we operate as humans. Like, overall, in general, on from a foundational level all the way to the top. The internet is a we're not we have not really truly as a country, as a society, truly discussed this power we're using. We're just fucking using it. And it's leading to shit like what Pops just said, which is, you know, we used to just ignore these fucking people, or
The
we
cable
used to
guy.
just turn off the radio if we didn't like what Rush Limbaugh was saying.
Have you seen the cable guy?
Now every fucking wine mom, anti-Semitic cunt with a Nazi flag in his living room, and homeless guy on the side of fucking 441 and Oakland has a platform if they have a cell phone connected to the internet.
Yeah, we become a reflection of it, not the other way around. And then you got to ask yourself who's really behind that shit. But well, that's another. I think I always insist. I'm always going to insist on this, guys. Uh, Economic power, economic sovereignty translate to real political freedom. Okay, economic freedom translate to real political freedom. The real issue should be because once again, once every time there's a economic upheaval, there's polarizing narratives on both sides, and you get what I'm saying. So I think the real issue is what's going on in the economy, which I honestly I have to admit I don't have the best understanding of it. To be completely honest, I and 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 I think the real issue is economy because I think
I think two
we're
things,
actually
Lewis. I think
you
two
let,
things
let,
can
let me
be
let me let
true
me
at the
finish.
same time, though.
Let me finish
Let
real
him
quick.
finish.
Uh, our economic sovereignty gets eroded. You get what I'm saying? We lose economic sovereignty as individually as and collectively as well. So that's something I since
That's
the
the other
beginning
thing.
of yeah.
That's let me
That's
just
it.
stop
That's it.
you. That's the other thing that Obama did. He gave all our jobs away, all our manufacturing away. He shipped it overseas. Trump came in and brought it back. He's trying to bring it back.
How he's
He's trying to
trying,
bring
but has it has him?
He's starting to bring it back.
Through the tariff war.
He's got commitments. He's got countries and commitments, and people are building fucking stuff now here in the United States.
Well, I'm a little bit skeptical on that one.
I
I don't
mean,
mean to antagonize, but I'm a little bit
It takes
skeptical.
a
Lewis,
while to build.
I
It
could
takes
give
a while
you
to build factories. You know, I mean,
I could give
these
you
factories are.
a small example of this. I can't tell you for like how this works on a grander scale, but I'll give you the small example of this that I've seen personally to support what Pops just told you. When the tariff war started and he hit China hard as fuck, our vape shop struggled to get inventory because 97% of the vape
You were not the only
industry.
one. You were not the
Yeah,
only
I
one.
know that 97% of the vape industry comes from either China or India.
Oh,
So
Walmart's China.
so
They struggled.
That's kind of fair.
all the Razes, all the Geek Bars, all the Lost Marys, all the fucking EB designs, all of those got stuck on the port because they fucking 10 times the price to get them in on land, and no one was
Yeah.
picking up the bill. So that's what I was saying. Every vape shop struggled. To counter this, Raz, Geek Bar, Lost Mary, and all these guys had to build factories, in which they did. They built factories here in fucking Florida and in Atlanta and in New York and a couple other and in Cali and a couple other places, so that they can get the inventory without the tariff.
Texas.
So that is bringing those factory jobs back from China back over here in the States. I don't know how this works on a grander scale than that, but the vape industry is an example of Trump's tariff war working.
Yeah.
I can only tell
I
you
wanted
that
to
because I'm his manager. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to add something about what Monkey had said earlier about how like we have changed the way we interact with each other due to the internet. I saw this young guy speaking on a panel with a bunch of I guess I would call them just elderly people, saying how his generation is different because they had to grow up with the internet, and he compared it to their generation, saying, like the reason many younger people are not having kids as much as people used to have kids back in the day, despite all the amazing resources we have now, like better medicine and everything. He said it's because of the internet. Because back in the day, you could, go to a party, you could flirt with somebody, you could try to dance with somebody, and if they rejected you, okay, whatever, you move on, and maybe a couple people saw it, but that was the end of it, and you could move on with your life and try again and try to flirt with somebody else and try to start a relationship with somebody else. Nowadays, everybody has a
It's
camera
hard
on
to
their
get
cell
pussy.
phone.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everyone has a camera on their cell phone, and if you go to flirt with somebody or try to dance with somebody and engage in regular human interaction that we've been doing for thousands of years, someone could record you and put it on the internet for everybody to
You're
see.
going viral.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
to add
it
to add,
creates,
go ahead, go ahead.
sorry,
Finish
and
it.
then just to finish off, it basically creates an anxiety in the newer generation to where they don't want to try anymore to have regular human interaction, and it's really affecting the newer generations from even being born. We can see it. A lot of the newer the young people don't want to have kids, and it's not
Yeah. It
just
has
due to
become a
them being
proxy for
shy due to
community.
anxiety.
It has become a
Yeah.
proxy for community,
there's
basically.
there's more to the kid problem than that, Chris. But
Of course there is. No, of course, but
to add
it's
to the
definitely a
internet
factor.
to add to the internet conversation, uh, another factor of, I'll just call it like acceptable antisocial behavior, which shouldn't be acceptable. But like the reason people have become like so, I feel like so divided, and it's become so hard for you guys in the dating scene is because the crazy fucking cat lady now has like 5 million followers and everybody's listening to her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's not
And a
the
bunch of
Inflating
guys.
egos.
advice. It's not the advice you want to listen to when you're trying to like date. The crazy dude with no chin that thinks that like his dick is golden, that guy shouldn't have 20 million, 200 million, 400 million people listening to him, because what he's saying is crazy, and that's not going to get you fucking laid in the real world. Maybe in fucking the Philippines with some money, but in our world, in our society, that guy is weird. And he's got like 200
Yeah.
million people listening to him, which is turning everybody else weird. So, like, the dating scene is basically a bunch of cat lady listeners trying to date a bunch of Andrew Tate listeners, and it's all fucked up. It's all
Yeah.
Worse
fucked
than
up.
that. It's worse than that.
A good
You used
example.
to go to a bar or used to go out socially to date. Now people do it on the internet and they really don't know what they're getting until they get there. And then you got all
Yeah.
kinds of problems. Okay.
Yeah,
Once you get to the bar, oh, it's a fucking
the-
grumbly. What the fuck is this shit? It's a fucking
I know
grumbly.
that
The
blind
fuck?
dating. I know that blind dating in our society was a thing before apps, but Jesus, we didn't need an app for that.
Now it's
Like,
catfish dating, dude. Now it's catfish dating. One time I got catfished. I went on a date
Catfish.
with this French chick. Yeah, I went on a date with this French chick that on her profile, all her pictures looked normal. She looked like a normal girl. And when I showed up to the date, bro, she was bigger than me, and not in the terms of she was fat. and not in the terms that she was fat. She turned into a bodybuilder in the last 2 years, and she was huge. She was so muscular. She was so muscular, and she was actually tall, so it was kind of scary. I had to continue the date and leave on good terms because
how about them poor guys that probably like
She was gonna beat the shit out of you.
and they go to date her and come to find out that chick's a tranny.
yeah.
No, no.
How are you doing?
No.
How are you doing?
And when you say, yo, nah, everybody in the bar goes, hey, that's fucked up, man. You're being fucking transphobic as fuck.
It's crazy you said that because I saw a post that a trans person made, or I guess it was a TikTok that somebody like took a screenshot of, or something. I don't remember exactly, but I remember it saying it was a picture of them, and it was saying something about, making sure not to let their date know until it comes time to get intimate.
That's crazy, and that's
that
kind
they
of
find
dangerous.
out because that's like their kink or something.
You know what that is?
Oh, that's their kink. That's fucked up. I think that's rape. That's like borderline rape.
Harm's way, bro. Because I don't know of any dude that's straight that see that.
Give me a few minutes
and not beat the fuck out of that person.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I'm not transphobic at all. As a matter of fact, I have trans friends and I book trans bands. So
that's the thing. They even like separate
but all of those people are very open and honest about those things. They don't sit there and hide it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure even those people would find that to be insane.
Yeah, deception is wrong. Deception is wrong.
I hope so.
Kind of to go back a little bit about how like the internet has changed like the way we interact romantically as humans. A good example is Japan. When you look at Japan, you have like men who refuse to even talk to women, and they're more inclined to get married to a fictional character, an anime character.
An anime.
There's men in Japan who got married to, like,
that goes back to the internet, dude.
Yeah. So the internet has indeed changed the way we interact.
Character. I am basically an anime character. I mean, look at me.
All right, but listen. We didn't have... Well, maybe we did. I don't know. Pops, did anybody wanted to start fucking cartoon characters before the internet? Was that a thing in y'all's time?
Yes. That's been a thing. That's been a thing for a long time. So, okay. So if we're going to get into cartoons, cartoons originally started as adult entertainment.
So they were trying to fuck... Well, you know what? No, I get it. Betty Boop.
Cartoons. Very originally started as adult entertainment.
Yeah, I get it. You're right. I've read that somewhere, but on top of that, I'm just coming to understand like Betty Boop exists. Yeah. All right, fuck it. Never mind. Forget that idea. I'll throw that out. The internet's still fucked up, okay?
Yeah. I think it's just easier. I think the internet just makes it easier for people to be lazy, I guess, in terms of dating.
There was a huge flood in Nepal today.
Oh my god, yeah, the mudslide.
Yeah, China knew about it and didn't tip them off.
I'm sure the anti-Semites will say was the Jews.
There's no way that that's already in the pipe.
I'm telling you, I heard.
There's no way that that's already in the pipe. This shit just happened, bro.
I'm telling you, it's already been reported that China knew about it and didn't tip them off.
That's insane. Knew about knew it was coming?
Knew it was coming.
Well, because I heard there was an earthquake just before, and the earthquake triggered the flood.
Yeah.
And then basically, I guess what they didn't do is they didn't let them know about the
1,300 are still missing after a violent flash flood swept through a valley in Nepal near the Chinese border on Wednesday. As many as 80 bridges and 40 kilometers of paved highway were damaged or swept away, according to Nepalese authorities. Hundreds of foreign nationals were also missing, including people from India, Malaysia, the UK, US, and Australia. The US Geological Survey says the deadly flood was caused by a glacial collapse which
Dude, I've
sent
been
waves
watching
of
some gory
water,
videos of
ice,
people
and
pulling
debris
out body
into the
parts.
villages downstream. The flooding also hit Tibet's Zhejiang County. Chinese President Xi Jinping called for an all out rescue effort after what could become one of China's deadliest natural disasters this year. Indians were among the largest group of foreign tourists affected. Many were pilgrims traveling toward Mount Kailash in Tibet. India has also put parts of two northern states on high alert as floodwaters move downstream, raising concerns in the
Waters.
densely populated state of Bihar. The US State Department says it's working with Nepalese authorities, while Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says more than 30 Australians are still missing.
So,
Like 60 something Americans missing too.
so I know that this is described as a flood, but that looked like that looked akin to a tsunami.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I heard it was an earthquake that triggered an avalanche, and then the avalanche came down with a bunch of rainwater and mud. You know, it shifted mud, so it turned into a landslide. Also, it was a lot, bro. It was a lot of material coming down the mountain.
I'm trying to
There's
find
no
some.
way those people survived.
No, absolute dude. There's thousands dead, or thousands missing, and like hundreds confirmed dead.
I mean, in many of the videos, you see a crowd of people running, and they can't get away in time.
Like
It's
they're
gigantic wave.
pulling body parts out of the water.
You can't outrun that
Yeah.
shit. You just can't.
No, you can't. Yeah, I've been watching videos of that too, of them pulling out like severed body parts and like someone broken in half and dead bodies
Yeah, I heard
floating
there
in the
were,
water.
Like hundreds or more people missing or something. It was, yeah,
It's thousands. Thousands are missing.
it's
In
up
the
to
ancient
thousands.
world-
Yeah,
in the ancient world,
it's
cities
crazy.
were eliminated like that.
A large section of glacier and underlying bedrock sheared off the north face of Langtang Lerung at roughly 5,200 meters, which is 17,000 feet. The ice and rock mass plunged at about 4,000 feet into the valley below. The impact was so powerful it registered a magnitude 5.2 seismic event. USGS initially flagged it as an earthquake, then revised that assessment. The shaking came from the collapse and debris flow, not the other way around. The avalanche slammed into the Lehenda Kola. I'm gonna completely butcher that. I'm so sorry. A tributary of the Botkashi Trisholi River system, temporarily damming the river with ice, rock, and sediment. The natural dam then failed, unleashing a fast-moving wall of water, mud, ice, and boulders that tore downstream through gorges into Nepal. Water levels in some places rose to 7 to 9 meters in about 30 minutes. This is often described as a hazard cascade. So, it's basically a dam that broke. That's why it looked like that. That's fucking insane, dude. The power of water is scary.
Yep.
Yeah, water's very powerful.
Water can move anything.
That is
It's amazing.
because the videos are the videos are. The last time I saw videos like that, ironically enough, coming from the same area, was
Indonesia then?
the tsunami.
Yeah,
The tsunami that it was the Japanese tsunami, wasn't it?
No, the Indonesian one.
Was
The one over in
There's been several. I mean, they always have tsunamis on that side. There's been movies about it. Like, there's this movie of this British guy who's like on vacation, and the tsunami hits them. Do you guys know what movie I'm talking about?
Oh my god, I do, but I forget the title right now.
Or like they were Australian or something, and they were on vacation in Asia when like a big tsunami hits them, and then he loses like his children, and he has to find his children
Oh,
in
you
some
know
like
what,
rundown
Pops? You're
hospital.
right. It was the Indian one. It was the one in Indonesia. But there was one before it in Japan because I was in school for that.
There's multiple in Japan.
There's been multiple in Japan.
There was the one
Yeah.
that collapsed the nuclear reactor over there, the Fukushima one.
That was bad.
Fukushima. How's that going, by the way? Are they still polluting the shit out of the ocean?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I can ask Google.
Because I remember when that happened, there was like maps and shit showing like the radiation just oozing into the fucking Pacific Ocean.
I'm watching something right now telling that they're reporting saying that a mom broke into a school bus and was arrested. She broke the window of the school bus and retrieved her child.
I saw that. The mom crawled into the window. That was crazy. That's like a very athletic mom.
That's crazy.
But for what?
I thought
though?
she was gonna beat the shit out of the bus driver.
Oh,
but she just
the
crawled
school
in
bus?
there. And...
Yeah, so what happened
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that was the kids were like apparently being rowdy or something, so the bus driver stopped the bus and was waiting for the police. But the kids they were there for like over an hour, I guess, or something like that, and the kids were like calling their parents, and like calling and messaging their parents saying they were trapped in the bus and everything.
Basically being
So I
held
guess-
hostage, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, so the one mom just decided to break in there herself.
That was a very athletic mom, though. Like, because
Oh, yeah.
school buses are freaking high. Like, that
Right?
window's not down low. That's fucking high. She had to jump up.
The short answer to your question is yes. It's actually still polluting the water over there, but
Holy shit.
they've patched the
Damn.
fuck out of it. Like
They're
they've
about
made
to
a bunch. They've done a lot of work to it.
They're about
And
to
then they
create fish.
what they do is they treat the water around it so that it doesn't.
Spread.
Yeah, it doesn't spread. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
It's been years.
You know what else is crazy? Since we're talking about the power of water, did you know water can change names
How?
Only with this president.
through executive order? As a matter of fact, that's how.
Yeah, did you wait?
Yo,
did
that
you
was a great
forget
segue.
the Gulf of America?
That was a great segue.
Oh.
That was a great segue. No, I thought he was talking about like different states of water, like ice, gas, like.
It is no longer the Lake of Ontario. It is now the Lake of America.
Lake of America.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm for
Which
it.
lake was
You
that
know,
one? Which lake was that one?
So is that
Lake
our
Ontario,
new? Wait,
which
is
is
that our
Ontario
new?
is like a district.
Is that our new
Ontario,
let me see if
strategy?
it's
Is
state.
that like our new threat? Listen, bro. If you don't fucking do what we say, we're gonna just like change the name of your water. Like,
We're fucking bullies, bro. Come on now.
Well, wait, I forget. Where is Lake Ontario their water, or is it American
It's
land?
not
now
both
it's
of ours.
like America now.
It's
bitch.
both.
Hey,
It's
if you
both.
think about it, it's connected to both countries. So,
Right,
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
one
I
of the
was
Great
asking.
Lakes.
Same with the
Lake
same with the
Ontario-
Gulf. That's
Lake
why I was like,
Ontario is the one that they changed to Lake of America.
Yeah.
Lake Ontario.
Lake America.
yes.
You know, I think this is fair because Canada is part of North America, the North American continent, and why should they name it after their own state? You know, it's not.
You know
We
what?
didn't rename it to like Lake Michigan or something.
You know what? That's also a good point. This is all the North and South American continent, so it's all America. It's all the American continent.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not really.
It still
It's not
says.
really changing.
It still says Lake.
You gotta yeah,
he
it's
just
gotta
signed
update.
the
Remember, it
executive
takes
order today.
yeah.
It's going to take a little while
Yeah.
to implement.
It just
Hey.
happened today, so it'll take some
Hey.
time.
Hey,
It's gonna take
that's
like
what.
48
What
hours.
is that? What was that? What's the dude's name? Patrick Kearney or whatever the fuck is that? Is that the guy's name from that's up there speaking in Canada?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lake
He
Ontario.
Louis,
he
look
said
up, look
some
up
Fucking
Gulf
shit.
of
lake.
America.
He said some shit
Look,
about like, oh, it's still gonna be Lake Ontario, and I'm like, yeah, until Google changes it, you stupid ass.
yeah, yeah, Louis, look up the Gulf of America. I bet you it doesn't say Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, they changed that shit.
That's the power of
And
the
that's
pen,
and
baby.
that's who wears the pants around here. That's who wears the pants.
So we've got a new threat. It's not just we can bomb you, bro. We'll fuck you up so bad. We'll change the name of your fucking
They actually
water.
did it, bro. I can't believe it, bro.
And we're gonna
Now,
do it
my
again
question is:
to Lake
Do
Ontario.
they show it to us Americans, or how about to the rest of the
He's-
world?
Yo,
Does
he
Google
even-
I think
Maps
it's the
shows it
world.
like?
I think it's the world.
He said making the Greater Lakes even greater.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I love this guy, bro.
Honestly, the best president we've ever had. Best president ever.
Oh no, pinga, totally. Oh
El
shit.
tipo este es el presidente más pingudo que ha habido aquí en los Estados Unidos, bro.
Oye, bro, pero I swear to God, bro, más pingo, bro. I swear
Más
to God.
pingudo que ha habido aquí en los Estados
Bro,
Unidos.
he
Yeah,
does
bro.
stuff like that just to be like
And I'm
fanboy.
telling you, Papa,
Like,
because I've been here since I was 4 years old, bro, and I'm 63. So.
Bro, pero he's, ¿cómo que se dice? Blunt. He's so blunt, right? Se dice así. That's how you say.
blunt. Yeah, blunt is a.
Yeah.
You could describe him as blunt. hmm
Yeah.
It,
Oh, yeah.
You could say cocky. I mean, Pingu is like being cocky. He's very cocky.
So
Cocky, yeah, cocky. Pingu, yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
you
more
know the
than
word in
cocky.
Spanish,
It's
in
more
Cuban.
than cocky.
No, pinguo. Pinguo es pinguo. Pinguo es.
Yeah.
You know, Rick knows what I'm talking about. Pinguo es better than cocky, better than blunt, better than whole pinguo.
the funny thing about this is the reason this is happening is because they stopped talking to us in our tariff conversation. We were having trade talks with them, and then they decided to stop talking. So Trump, being President Petty, raised the tariffs to 50% over there, which is pretty fucking bad.
Astronomical.
And then he said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm also changing the name of your lake." just saying.
What are you gonna do about it?
Check Google next week.
But you know what? It had nothing to do with the tariffs. What it was is, at the end of it, they had an agreement. And the only thing is, Trump said that if they did anything with any other country like China, because people are doing a lot of China lately, then they have to get permission from the United States. And that set the guy off. And he called it off. That's the history of that.
So, Lake America.
And then Canada now is gonna try to put 50% tariff on all the booze that we send over there. Which, so what?
Wait. What does this mean for Crown Royale?
I don't know. What does it mean for Crown Royale?
Hey, I need to know. Is there like a tariff on that?
I would stay away from Canadian products as much
Okay.
as possible.
Fuck
Oh well,
that.
there goes the authentic maple syrup.
Yeah.
He annexed the maple syrup.
We're not gonna be able to fucking get Tim Horton coffee. Shit.
No more Canada Dry ginger ale.
Oh,
Oh shit!
fuck.
It's just not called ginger ale.
No.
You know, we're gonna do like Russia when Russia kicked out all the American companies and then just took over them and gave them Russian names. Do you remember that?
Budweiser.
They have their own McDonald's. I forget
Ay,
what their
bro.
McDonald's is called. It's called like Happy or something.
So
So they no
Moving-
longer have McDonald's in Russia.
Yeah, in Russia, when Putin declared war on Ukraine, we passed some what's the word?
We sanctioned the fuck out of them is what we did.
Yeah, and we pulled out all of our American companies out of Russia, and they said, "Okay, fine, take your companies," and they basically just plagiarized our companies by just giving them a different name but running them exactly the same.
Yeah, they already had the
Oh,
recipes.
Yeah.
They already had the recipe.
well, conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
They say the recipe is human flesh.
Hold on, I want to get a. Okay.
Well, that's always been Russia's superpowers, just being able to throw people into the war machine, just like cannon fodder.
Yeah.
So
breaking news now out of Washington here from the Supreme Court, actually, with justices saying they're going to let President Trump's executive order on mail-in balloting go into effect while a bigger court fight plays out. Remember that order, which was signed months ago now, back in March, pushes the Postal Service to put in place a new rule that has states provide a list of eligible voters 60 days before any federal election. Calendar check, midterms are 71 days from today. Got to get to some breaking news.
wait, and there was an update. Wasn't there an update on that? Because I think they had another thing today about it.
No, the judge that had put the judgment on it had to retrieve it.
Supreme Court ruled 6th. Oh no, yeah, it is the 24th. Yeah.
That one judge that put the stop on it had to retrieve it. Reluctantly, might I add.
Yep, Supreme Court sides with Trump on administration on mail-in voting restrictions. So, what were those restrictions, might I add? Hold on, let me Google that real quick so that we can get a... mail-in voting restrictions passed by Supreme Court. Okay, because I want to cover that. Because every other fucking... Dude, I'm not going to sit here and play a 35 fucking minute video, and that seems to be all those are now. So I'm seeing if I can find it on Google. And it's just a bunch of people bitching. I love this. Dude, again, just want to say American media needs to change. Because Jesus Christ, it shouldn't be this hard.
What are you looking for?
Court rejected a challenge that would have restricted mail-in voting. It upheld Mrs. Oh no, it's June 29. Honest. Emergency stay on executive order. This directs federal agencies to compile citizenship lists, have the Postal Service deliver mail ballots only to voters on approved lists, requires states to share list of intended mail ballot recipients, add tracking barcodes to ballot envelopes, prioritize prosecution of officials who send ballots to ineligible voters. Implementation remains uncertain because of other pending lawsuits, a separate injunction still in effect in one case, and the short time before November 2026 midterm. So 3 liberal justices dissented. Okay, so as it stands, I guess right now this is what we're going with, or is this like still up in the air?
Sounds about right to me.
Okay.
Either way, something needs to be put in place to make things better. I mean, I
don't want to have another fucking conversation about like we did about the 2020 election. So I agree.
I'm not talking about the
I don't think we will if we keep doing what's been going on. Like I sent did you all see? Did any of you see the story I sent in the Discord previously?
Let me check.
Or did I send that one? I'm pretty sure I did. Let me make
I have
sure.
to re-download the Discord. I got a new phone and I forgot to get the Discord.
Yeah, so they found that dead voters that were taken off of voter rolls were put back on the voter rolls.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But
Why?
let me just see something, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with 2020 election. This is only common sense shit. You only want people with their IDs to show that they're citizens to vote. That's pretty simple, cut and dry. When you go get
That's
food,
racist.
you have to have an ID with food. When you go get
Yeah,
cigarettes, you have to have an ID to get cigarettes.
I agree.
What the fuck? When you go
And
vote,
some people think
you
that's
have an ID.
racist.
I'm so over the ID conversation. The thing that I like, that I think is smart, and it's crazy we're discussing this now and isn't before, but tracking barcodes on ballot envelopes.
Yeah, that's
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that this isn't something that we're already doing.
No shit. This is common sense. It's common fucking sense.
Because that solves the whole 2020 problem. If we have
And putting and having a little code on a license that you're a citizen should also be required. I don't know why that's not on there already. They have safe driver. They have organ donor. They have if you're in
well,
a
now they have real ID now, and I don't think you can get real ID without being a citizen.
Well, but I mean, like for example, they have I think a license plate for people who have diplomatic immunity. Do they not?
I'm gonna make sure I didn't just say that out of my ass.
Don't they have license plates for people with diplomatic immunity? You know, like people who come from other states that are diplomats.
Is real ID part of the government?
Yeah, it's a thing that Trump implemented. I remember because Eric was it fucked Eric up on a flight because he had to get a new ID that said real ID on it
With the little star.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I did say that out of my ass. Undocumented people cannot get a real ID.
No, they cannot.
And that's why you should be able to show
Yeah.
your real ID when you vote.
Yeah, undocumented people cannot get a real ID. Real ID is a federal standard for driver's license and ID cards. To issue a compliant card, a state must verify identity and lawful presence. So you don't need to be a citizen, but you can't be undocumented.
Gotta get them papers.
Gotta get them papers.
Big
Get
deal.
some type of papers.
Yeah, bro. With money, you
Yeah.
can get whatever paper you want. What kind of paper you want, you can get whatever paper you want.
You cannot buy the U.S. citizenship. Can you buy a U.S. citizenship?
Well, I mean, when you
it's not-
apply for a
I don't
change
know
of
about
status, it's like $2,000.
You could probably
So simply
afford it.
applying to become a citizen is $2,000, and it's not a guarantee.
That's now. I applied for my citizenship. Bro, more than 10 years ago.
How much
Well,
was it back?
15 years ago. Probably more than 15 years ago. I didn't pay that much, to be honest. I didn't pay that much.
Well, recently it's like $2,000.
It
Wow.
was $900.
Mind you, brother, when they were making those prices, they were only worrying about fucking the Cubans. Now they're worried about a lot more than the fucking Cubans when they're making these
All set.
prices.
They're worried
All
about
set, brother.
everybody. They're worried about the
Say it again?
Chinese, the Arabs, the Indians.
Who's that? Oh, no, I don't really follow sports. I'm sorry, man. You know me to initial that? Where exactly you want me to, on all the X's?
Oh, Trump paused all immigration visa appointments globally.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Thank
I
you
saw
so
a
much,
post
brother.
from India. I saw a post from India, from the
Never seen
country
this
of
movie
India,
before?
where the
No,
Indians are
really, brother.
saying that
I look like
they're
him.
stranded in their own country
I
because
look
they
like
can't
Super
travel
Mario, I
to the
think,
U.S.
with a beard.
Hold
Thank you.
on.
Lewis, can you mute yourself?
Yeah, hold on. Let me do some housekeeping here. All right, go for it. Say that again.
I saw a post from the country of India that they were complaining that their people are stranded in India because they can't come to the U.S. because of the visa stop, the visa block. And everyone in the
Good.
comment section was laughing because it's like, oh, you're stranded in your own country. Like,
Yeah,
it's your own country. You should be happy.
Worldwide visa pause. That's fucking crazy.
it's only a pause. Pause. Temporary.
I think it's
Let's
necessary.
It's not forever,
let's see what
baby.
he's maybe.
I'm national correspondent Kayla Gaskins in Washington. The Trump administration is expanding its immigration
Carol
crackdown, and
Gaskin.
increasingly that crackdown is reaching legal pathways
What happened?
into the United States. Now, immigrant visa appointments are being paused around the world as officers undergo new training. A new round of tougher visa screening now going global. The State Department says they're halting immigrant visa appointments at U.S. embassies and consulates worldwide as consular officers undergo what the department calls in-depth training. We talked with State Department spokesperson Tommy Pigott. What is the goal of this training?
We want to make sure our consular officers have the tools and resources necessary to properly adjudicate these visa cases. Are they actually going to abide by the terms of the visa that they're applying for?
The new move comes after a federal judge blocked an earlier, broader version of the administration's policy, which suspended visa processing for nationals from 75 countries whose citizens the administration deemed a high risk of relying on public assistance. In response to that ban, the National Immigration Law Center released a statement maintaining this unlawful and racist ban caused immeasurable harm, cruelly keeping families and loved ones apart.
What the Trump administration has done from the beginning is say, we are going to put the American people first.
Earlier this week, the State Department announced it's preparing to revoke B-1 business and B-2 tourist visas from foreign nationals who entered the U.S. as temporary visitors, stayed, then later sought asylum. Those visas require applicants to show they intend to return home. As many as 200,000 people could be impacted.
If that person has applied for that temporary visa with the intent to apply for asylum and stay in this country permanently, they have misrepresented themselves to the consular officer. They have committed fraud. And so this is making sure that we are cracking down on fraud in our visa system.
These moves come on top of the more than 175,000 visas the administration says it's already revoked, including from foreign nationals accused of criminal activity or other visa violations. In Washington, I'm Kayla Gaskins.
Carol Baskin.
Good job, Kayla. Dude, they need to fix their audio, dude. Their audio sucks. But, alright. So, pausing it. Sure. Indefinitely?
Well, until the people are trained, who knows how long it's going to take to train all the.
I wonder what the training is. Besides, like, I wonder
I think
if
it's getting them all
resetting the questions.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think it's that. I think it's just giving them like a new script of questions and teaching them like how to deal with certain issues that might arise.
Making sure no terrorists come in.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of us think that that's racist?
No.
Okay.
It literally has nothing to do with any particular race.
Nope.
It has to do with people misrepresenting themselves when they make an application to a visa, saying they only want to come here temporarily. and
all
then
means all.
not being temporary.
Justice
All
Department
means
is
all.
on alert after
There is
uncovering
no,
and derailing
figuration. All. Pause. All pause.
I didn't like the volume
Yeah, he
of
didn't
that.
say we're only pausing black people or we're only pausing Chinese people. Like everybody's
Here
getting
we-
paused.
The Justice Department says a Chinese hacking operation was responsible for break-ins at the DOJ, NASA, the Federal Reserve, the Senate, and other sensitive U.S. government agencies. In a statement, the Justice Department announced that it has seized internet domains used by two hacking platforms, dubbed QScan and QT Router, which it said were used in the penetration campaign. Court documents say a state-sponsored group known as QTFY was employed by China-based Nanjing Xinjiwei Network Technology Company. In the past, the Beijing government has denied responsibility for any U.S.-directed hacking activity. Attorney General Todd Blanche said federal law enforcement investigated and disabled the PRC's malicious software. FBI Director Kash Patel said the Bureau played a key role in disrupting a global botnet and hacking platform that Chinese state-sponsored hackers used to target U.S. critical infrastructure. USA Today is reaching out to the Chinese embassy in Washington for comment.
The U.S. announced.
Nice AI video there. But yeah, so Chinese hackers, guys. Chinese hackers hacking the Pentagon, the DOJ, NASA, and the Federal Reserve too. Jesus fuck. They hacked into a lot. So again, internet, cybersecurity. I like how it goes right back to that conversation. Let me see what else we got over here. Oh, haha! We got an update on this. Hold on, wait. Let me pull it up. We got a update to this whole thing. Where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, it's the live video, too. Sweet. Alright, hold up. Wait. Here we go. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Being yourself producer sucks. Here we go.
Sometimes when you think about heat checks, and I bet that was a shot she would just take and rhythm anyway.
Cloud finding an angle. And just like that, a 6-point basketball game. Chicago staying in it. Natasha Cloud. And right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena after Natasha Cloud got that bucket. She wanted her voice heard. We have talked about the conversations surrounding the W. That is Enes Kanter in the building today. And he has voiced how he's felt about the situation. Natasha Cloud voicing her opinion as well.
So,
let her play.
It's always women trying to bring other women down, bro.
Let her play. If she identifies as a woman, she should be able to play.
The WNBA hasn't issued a formal public statement about Enes Kanter and Royce White, but multiple league sources told outlets a few days ago that the two former NBA players are not eligible for the 2027 WNBA draft.
Well, until there's an official statement, that doesn't mean shit now, does it?
No. In sports, it does. I know that it's not something like when it comes to sports,
So that means no transgender men can play either, right?
we don't know yet. We have to wait for them to explain how they've come to the decision.
They have to actually define the term woman because it's part of the league's name.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like they're just gonna like give bullshit excuses. Like, you know how when you like fire somebody or you don't choose to hire a particular person, you don't tell them exactly why you fired or hired them.
Have you
just give
guys
them like
seen? Have you guys seen the French guy that's the transgender that's like 6'6"?
Yeah.
You seen that guy?
Yeah, Wembenyama.
How about if that guy plays on their league? They're gonna let him in?
See, the W. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so Slender, sports sources don't lie to you most of the time. Some of them are terrible sources. Do not use them. But for the most part, like the official sports sources are pretty good. You kind of need that reputation to keep a job in sports. So the WNBA has made their decision, but probably why they haven't released that official statement on top of the conundrum that you presented, Slender, is that the moment that they do, Royce and Enos are filing lawsuits. So however they word that statement,
unless they come out and say unless they define what a woman is properly, then they're just going to end up in a lawsuit.
Which I think is where this is going to.
Or they're going to end up with two new WNBA players.
This is the WNBA. This is likely going to lawsuit. You know damn well they're not going to fucking. This isn't going to be the end, bro.
Yeah,
you know what?
It may be with that guy Enos, but it ain't going to be with the other guy.
You want me to pull all the way to the front?
The other guy's running for Republican office, so I doubt he's going to drop that. And I'm pretty sure a lawsuit will go.
To kind of go back on like the women, to go back on the women's stereotypes we were talking about earlier. This is the WNBA versus accountability.
So, to take it further, the owner to I think it was the Chicago Sky, who I guess is the owner to the arena they play in. He banned Enos until such time as he is deemed not a threat to the league.
What?
Sounds like accusations.
What a pussy. What a fucking pussy. Also,
like
I think we're missing.
So
I think we're missing the irony.
Because I'm a threat to somebody.
I think we're missing the irony of this guy being named Enos and how it sounds very close to penis.
Enos and his fight for femininity. Enos and the fight for women's rights.
He was on the other day saying stuff like, I can identify as a turtle if I want. I can identify as a friggin' squirrel. According to them, I can identify as whatever I want. So why can't I?
Yeah, they can't tell him that his identity is not legit. That's their whole thing. Their whole thing is you can't invalidate someone else's identity. So it's like, okay, fine, I'm a woman now. Let me play.
He's wrapping up, bro. These guys are just wrapping them up in their own bullshit, and it's obvious.
It's about time. It's about time. You know, I was telling my wife about this. It's like, it's something that's like embarrassing to do, and that's why nobody's done it yet. But I'm glad these guys are taking up the torch, and they're not embarrassed to do this.
Yeah. Part two.
So, Hold on, let me play this real quick. But up.
Nestle Crunch.
Really important conversation we about to have here, which is why I'm glad we went through all the memes.
Probably driven past an automated license plate reader today and you had no idea. These cameras are mounted on poles, they're along roadways, and they're even in neighborhoods. They capture things like your license plate, but they also capture the make and model of your vehicle, the color, and they would even distinguish a toolbox in the bed of your truck. Automated license plate readers, or ALPRs, aren't new. They've been around since the 90s. Although many companies make automated license plate readers, Flock Safety's rapid expansion across the country has made them the face of public scrutiny. Police say that precision is the point. They're catching criminals and they're saving lives faster while disturbing the public less. Law enforcement have said and argued that, back in the day before we had Flock camera footage and the only description you were given of a stolen vehicle was a white small car. Back then they were pulling over every car that looked like that. But now with Flock, they can take the report and put it into their system and they can identify that very car. But critics call it mass surveillance and a violation of their privacy. One software engineer has even built a website mapping out all the Flock cameras across the country. Others have physically torn them down or even ran them over. So the question remains, where's the line between public safety and Big Brother? Read more about what these cameras mean for your privacy at Deseret.com.
So, yeah, y'all remember the Batman? I don't know if it was the Dark Knight, but it was in that series, the Batman movie where he had the surveillance system on the entirety of Gotham.
Yep.
Do we remember what Morgan Freeman did in that movie when he found out about the system? Okay.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So for Chris, Morgan, who I forget how he was like the Oracle character. Batman was. I forget how the context goes. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, but they were in a situation where they were looking for the Joker, and they needed to use like the entirety of like their surveillance capabilities to find him, and this was when he found out that Batman had a way to literally watch everybody in Gotham City all at once. He had an entire security system or surveillance system of the entire city, so he could see everything. When he activated this, that was like Morgan Freeman's last mission with the Batman, and it was a big thing for him. It was like, this is unethical.
All these things that they've been planning this for a very long time now.
Yeah, this is unethical. This is wrong. I'm not going to be about this.
Keep
We're going to do
Morgan
this.
Freeman.
Yeah, wasn't
it?
He was the actor in the movie. I forget what the character's name was.
Commissioner Gordon?
No,
oh, wait,
it
no.
was,
Morgan Freeman was.
No, he was part of the shareholders. What was he?
No, he was the. Oh my god! Hold on, I'm gonna ask.
Oh yeah, I'm looking it up.
Okay, so I mean,
In the
have a
Dark
controversial
Knight.
opinion about
Oh,
the
he was
Black Hammer.
Lucius Fox. He was Lucius Fox.
Yeah, Fox, Lucius Fox. He was the tech guy. This was his breaking point with Batman. This was it. This was, we're gonna do this last thing, and I'm fucking out because this is it. This is my line.
He didn't agree. Didn't agree with the surveillance.
How we saw that movie and got to here, I don't fucking know. Like, 'cause that movie did pretty fucking good. I think everybody in the country saw that movie. That was like the height of Batman, bro. So
We've been planning it since then.
So maybe the movie inspired it. Who knows?
Everything that's gonna come out in the future, you've already seen it in Hollywood. That's
Yeah.
how shit works.
I have
That's called the overtone window. Overtone. I think that's How you say it?
Overton window.
Overton.
How do you pronounce it? Slender?
Overton window.
Overton window. My accent. How was strong accent?
So
Yeah.
the conversation about Flock is very literally that conversation that we saw in the movie that I just described. Granted, like the video I just played said, we've had cameras on like red lights for ever, but those cameras were limited in what they could see. These cameras that Flock has, these Flock cameras, are like X-ray, like they can see fucking everything, and they're everywhere. And now we're getting now we're getting to a point where it's becoming a bipartisan conversation where these Flock cameras are an issue. And I'm also noticing while this conversation's going on,
To me, I'm sorry, brother. To me,
there's my bad.
One cheek and the other cheek, and you open, and then they focus. Open up, and we'll fuck.
So,
bro,
on the other side of the
sorry.
conversation, I'm noticing that there's an uptick on the social media posts where you're seeing posts like Flock cameras were the reason this criminal got arrested, blah 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 blah. So there's a lot of propaganda around it.
Yeah.
How do we feel about this? Because I might feel like this is a dangerous system we're fucking with here.
I'm on the. So I was trying to say earlier. I have a controversial opinion about it, which is basically that I don't mind it. I'm not bothered by it. I see it as like a natural progression of technology. And to me, like if you have nothing to hide and you're not a criminal, it shouldn't bother you. So that's just my opinion in the simplest form.
Respond to that opinion before I get to the next one. Respond to that.
I always gonna say.
Do you understand how many times I am smoking a joint driving in my motherfucking car? I don't want a camera seeing all that.
That's a DUI. You shouldn't do that.
Oh, fuck that. That's living life, all right?
Well,
I'm always gonna say.
Wait till you
I'm
get
always
home.
gonna say. I'm always gonna say, Chris, as I always tell you, community prevents crime. Community prevents crime. The state punishes crime. I think that's tyrannical as fuck. Just looking for an excuse to. That to me, to be honest, the justice system, it looks to me like once again like slave trade, because there's too many fucking laws, too much, and that's just to give you an excuse to how do you say it in English? Hacerte tropezar, to make you stumble.
To trap you. It's entrapment.
To
You're
trap
talking
you.
about entrapment. Entrapment.
And yeah, pretty much. And then
I
if
don't
you're,
think
for
so.
instance,
I
with
don't think
slaves,
so because nobody forces you to break a law.
right? There's always a nuance to all that. But the thing is,
You have a choice.
the thing is, I don't believe in big government. I'm a I guess I'm. If we're gonna use labels, I consider myself a libertarian. I don't like labels at all, but I consider myself a libertarian, not a liberal. Because here, liberal is something else.
I understand that because as a Republican, we believe in smaller governments too. I just see this as like the natural progression of technology, right? It's like cameras are getting better and better. So now these are just smart cameras that can help the police do their job better.
Too smart.
Yeah,
so they're
but
too smart.
No, we've had. So let me get in here. We've had this technology before. Flock is just making it a widespread thing. And the issue with Flock is the way that they are installing. They're not following. Rolling a libertarian. They're not following proper regulations and stuff on where they're installing it at times because of, I guess they're just doing it quickly in places. But I see two sides of it, because the fact that you have to remember that the majority of problems we have are from the bottom 1% of society. If we had a way of taking care of that, I'm not advocating for just permanently removing the bottom 1% of society, but remedying the issue, then we wouldn't have to worry about things like this.
Yeah. We can't have
I
nice
don't,
things.
I
because
don't
of certain
follow
people.
Slender. What do you mean the bottom 1%? Okay, I'm not following. Maybe I'm lost.
So the bottom 1% of society are why we have Walmarts and stuff and shopping centers locking up their products.
You gotta lock up the freaking laundry detergent, man.
You said black people?
Oh, he didn't say black people. Jesus.
Whoa. Whoa.
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, I didn't get the infamous. I'm sorry about that.
Nobody said that. Nobody was saying
the bottom 1%. Oh my God.
Not the fire alarm.
Oh my God.
That was wrong, dude. That was wrong.
That was uncalled for, Lewis.
But he said the bottom. I'm like, my mind's going straight over there. Like, this motherfucker is referring to black people.
That sounds racist, Lewis.
Jesus.
Wow. Anyway. Yeah, so then you wouldn't have to worry so much about police states as much, because you got to remember the bottom 1% is actually a large portion of the population overall comparatively. Not like super large, but large enough.
I actually, you got the defund the police crowd. I'm on the opposite side. I think the police are underfunded. I think the more help they can get, the better.
It's just like the people that talk about that.
Chris is trying to get me fucking pulled over, bro. I don't like this.
No, but the thing is, I agree with Chris on that one, because
Chris, you understand that when I'm in that fucking express lane, it's like 85 miles an hour with a joint hanging out my mouth. Like, you gotta stop this.
Listen, I used to roll 2 blunts whenever they would give me a long distance call to go pick up a body in the Keys. I would roll 2 blunts, one to smoke on the way there and one to smoke on the way back. So I feel you, but I've quit smoking weed. I don't do drugs anymore, and now I'm like, okay,
I haven't, bro. So stop this.
I feel you, but it's like, it is technically against the law.
No. It's overlooked, and it needs to continue to be overlooked.
Speaking of being overlooked, I was on my way to St. Augustine, and I had just smoked a joint in my truck, and I got pulled over. And I was actually drunk because we had been drinking. And this cop pulled me over, and he smelled the weed in my truck, and he was like, "Have you been smoking?" And I said, "No, I smoked yesterday in my truck while I was parked at the hotel, but I didn't smoke at all today," which was a total lie. I had literally just smoked a joint in my truck an hour before it, and so my truck stunk. And he didn't even care about that. He was like, "You know what? I don't care about that. I don't care about the weed. You were swerving a little bit, so I'm gonna do some field sobriety tests." And dude, I don't know how I locked in so hard. I passed the field sobriety test, and he let me go. I told him I swerved because I was on my phone. I was trying to find another song to play, and that's why I was swerving. And I don't know how he bought it, and he just let me go.
I've done that.
Yeah, and I was just being really cool with the guy. I wasn't slurring my speech. I mean, I can handle my liquor. I can drink a good amount, and that was crazy. But the coolest thing was that.
DUI, Chris.
Well, that's why I don't do that anymore, because I'm not trying to risk it.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, but still, you don't defund the police, bro. You don't do that shit. It's like the people that talk about revolution and all that. We need a revolution. You don't want a fucking revolution.
How about the revolution is, how about you start making right choices?
We we need to redefine what some of those right choices are. Listen, man. Smoking weed on the highway should not be a bad choice. That's never a wrong decision. I refuse to believe.
How
It
about
feels
getting a
great. It
blowjob?
feels amazing.
How about getting
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it is considered a DUI if they
Yeah,
catch
that's
you.
bullshit.
getting a blowjob?
And yeah, if they catch you, which
If they catch you.
without the flock, it's a lot harder, bro.
And legal advice, if they ever catch you, I was stupid to accept the field sobriety test because I just didn't want to go to jail automatically. But according to my friend who has a lawyer, his brother's a lawyer. My friend, because his brother's a lawyer, his brother just told him just deny the sobriety test. They'll take you to jail. We'll bond you out, and I'll represent you in court, and then we'll get all the cases dropped because they have no evidence on you. So
Yeah,
always
but you were
deny.
confident.
Yeah.
But you were confident. You know what?
And I passed.
You know
I
what?
couldn't
I
believe it.
haven't said it. I haven't said it on the podcast yet. For all the dumb decisions that I made legally in my terrorism case, state didn't even pick up the case, and all my shit got dropped.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Confidence on being retarded.
Hell yeah. You stood your ground. Stood your ground.
They said none of the witnesses wanted to testify or like put in statements.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
They were like, "No, we can't snitch, bro."
But going back,
Which,
Pops,
I mean, thank God.
Pops, what's the discourse on the Newsmax about the flock cameras, man?
Oh, he's muted. Unmute him.
Well, nobody likes the flock cameras. No. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. Nobody likes the flock cameras, bro. Nobody likes their privacy being infringed like that. However, there is necessities to it. Like maybe they should just use it to track fucking murderers and shit. You know, people that like just slaughtered 5 people. You know, like yeah, track them motherfuckers. But like everybody else, getting in everybody's business is. I don't know.
You know, Slender made a very good point that they're just putting them just about anywhere. I think they should restrict flock cameras.
Chris, before you get to that, well, hold that. Pops, but if the technology is there and set up, would you trust the Democratic president or the Democratic government to not use that technology?
No.
Yeah, okay. See.
Dude, yeah, you're right. Imagine flock cameras during COVID.
I don't
if
trust
they had
like
flock
everybody.
cameras during
That's the
COVID,
thing.
I don't care if they're Democrat or fucking Republican. That's just an invasion of privacy.
So I posed it like that because you know.
I know where Chris is going with the flock cameras during COVID. They would have been going hard on a lot more people than just like the body surfer or whatever he was doing out in the ocean or whatever.
Yeah.
So
something that
if they just kept it to license plate readers, then I would say, you know, but putting up all the different types of cameras and everywhere they are is where it becomes an issue. I mean, I do see
and the where
their side.
Right, and the where is what I was gonna get to. I think there should be a restriction on the where, and it should be restricted to like only highway use. Because I saw some Republican people getting upset that they put a flock camera in the middle of the forest in front of an outdoor shooting range. There was an outdoor shooting range by this forest on a national park, and they were like, "Why the fuck would you put a flock camera here? You want to look at all of us who have guns in the neighborhood?" So I do think that's an invasion of privacy. You know, if you just restrict the flock cameras to only being on interstates and major highways, I think that's more reasonable.
Yeah, exactly where they need to be to pull Monkey over with his joint on the road. Fucking.
Well, I would say.
Dude, wait a minute. Whoa. Let's go back. How in the fuck are they going to distinguish a cigarette from a fucking joint? with a
same way they can identify a fucking toolbox in your car. Are you kidding me? These are AI cameras.
They know what's inside the paper, bro.
They won't know. They won't know what's inside the paper. People roll their own cigarettes.
That's correct. So they wouldn't.
Or if it's a blunt, it could be a cigarillo.
Oh yeah. Right. What about the blunt guy? What's going to be his excuse?
You have to roll a fatty.
Cigarillos and cigars and stuff. There's plenty of people that just smoke the things that blunts are normally.
Okay. Let me make it. Let me bring it to a more relatable, because I just made it selfish.
You really shouldn't be smoking and driving, but
shut the. I do what I want. All right, now listen. Let me make it a more relatable topic. We all hate speed traps and seatbelt traps. Could you imagine those on flock? Like, flock cameras now can identify when you're not wearing a seatbelt, and then 2 miles down the road you're getting pulled over, because that would never happen.
Yeah, but
you know what this is reminding me of? There was like this news broadcast like in the 80s when they started getting strict on drinking and driving, and a bunch of people from a small town were complaining on the news. They're like, "What? You can't drink a beer and drive anymore? This is communism."
No, but at some point we've had this in the past too, because I remember when Waze came about, we had this conversation, and I think actually Waze and Google won, but it's like
GPS tracks you.
Yeah, well, what it was, the conversation back then was the cops did not like that Waze was identifying speed traps. Know.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get that. They were trying to make that illegal, and then I guess they went to court, and the court ruled in favor of Waze and Google.
Dude, they've had
First Amendment.
They've had fuzzbusters since the fucking 70s.
Yeah.
Now,
the radar
in this other situation, it's kind of like the reverse scenario, where we're discussing like the potential of these cameras being able to identify a speeder or a seatbelt user, but at what point is that unfair? I guess I hesitate to say entrapment, because that's not technically entrapment. I don't think that legally.
Entrapment is like when a cop asks you to do something illegal knowingly.
Yeah.
And they tell you, I won't arrest you. Just go ahead and do it, and I'll look the other way. And
yeah, they put a truck in a neighborhood.
All the time, bro. They try and make it seem like they're cool and stuff, but everything you say can be used against you.
Yeah, that's entrapment. I don't think the bait car is entrapment. There used to be a whole show about it. Do you remember in LA there was the bait car show?
Yeah. And
the bait car,
I remember that was a big fucking in high school. That was a big conversation, the bait car, and whether or not that was entrapment.
I don't think so, because you have a choice and you just have to choose not to steal a car.
I think what it is for me, it depends on the direction. Like if someone's sitting there being like, you should steal that car, and that guy ends up being like an undercover cop.
Oh yeah, that's entrapment. That's entrapment.
Yeah. Everybody should put their fucking seatbelts on anyways, bro. So if they catch you without a seatbelt, fuck you, get a ticket. Because you should have your seatbelt. Yeah.
I don't like to drive.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, man.
I agree. Dude, I fell asleep driving my work van one day, and I crashed into a box truck at like 40 miles an hour. Only reason I didn't break my whole shit was because I had a seatbelt on.
Yep.
What if you're Huey Freeman, right? real G's are gonna know who that is, and if you don't know, you don't know, and I'm sorry. But what if you're like Huey? What if you're like Huey Freeman, right? and you've got a poor disposition, but you're not technically doing anything illegal, but it's like borderline, like you should be on a watch list, right?
Yeah.
And now you got these block cameras. You know, are we supposed to? Wouldn't that be a violation? We're gonna use the block cameras to keep an eye on this guy that's not technically doing anything illegal, but you know. Or how does this work with sting operations? Are they going to use these for sting operations? And what's the legality of that? Because no one's really doing anything illegal.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is the Batman question. And Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman's a good guy, dude. We were supposed to side with Morgan Freeman on that one.
I mean, I'd say it's partially a Batman question, but gotta also ask yourself, how much different will it make things when people all usually have cell phones and your cell phone is basically tracking you 24/7?
I'm glad you brought that up because that was a thing that a lot of people brought up to me when we were talking about this on chat rooms and on forums. Was like,
I
yeah,
don't agree
but
with the cameras, obviously. But
how much do you care if like the government can track you through your phone and all that anyway? Which, to an extent, I understand that, but like,
Can I say something? Can I say something? Monkey.
Go for it.
In Cuba, we have, I don't know how to translate it in English. In Cuba, we have el CDR, Comité de Defensa de la Revolución, right? Revolution Committee Defense, the Defense Committee. Comité de Defensa de la Revolución. How would you translate that into English? Give me one second. One second.
No, wait. I'm telling you, back that up because we can't hear you. We can't hear a word you're saying right now. You got to talk a little bit more into your microphone.
Okay. In Cuba, we have something called el CDR. If Chris could help me how to translate this. Comité de Defensa de la Revolución. Okay?
Committee of Defense for the Revolution.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, human flock cameras, snitches. That's exactly what the fuck it is.
Just like
right?
Spies.
So
spies.
to me, exactly. Spies, snitches, to me, it's the same shit, but with AI, with technology. It's the same. That's how I see it. That's my perspective.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
So
I just had this thought.
It's communism.
I don't like it.
Didn't we
it's
just
communism,
have
really.
Didn't we just have a topic in this podcast as we speak? About
and it's actually worse.
About the Chinese.
It's actually worse.
Didn't we just have a topic about the Chinese government hacking all of our shit?
Yep.
Yeah, actual spies.
Like, and not just that, but like a stalker with enough willpower and education on technology.
You know what Trump's answer? Hey, you know what Trump's answer was to that? I think they asked him about the Chinese thing.
Yeah.
He said, well, you know, we do that too to them.
Yeah. Okay, but
I'm just saying that's what he said.
I'm talking about the cameras, man.
No,
imagine if stalkers can hack those cameras and then just stalk you. That's like a wet dream, dude. Be able to stalk you fucking all the way to your house. AI cameras.
Yeah. I don't like the vlog cameras. I don't like that they track our phones. I don't even like the Ring cameras in the house. Like smart houses, none of that shit. I don't like none of that shit.
They don't just track our phones, bro. If you're talking to a buddy about fucking buying a certain product or something like that, next thing you know, you're getting fucking texts about buying certain products.
They can't see me. They through the wall showing my face.
So they're listening. They're listening. And that's
I
been
don't.
my
You know what? I don't think they're even listening. I think AI is. I think all of our phones. Yeah, I think all of our phones have an AI algorithm that runs in the background, and it picks up
Yeah.
on what we're communicating on, and then sends us ads based on those communications. That's my 100% true.
Yesterday,
Like,
yesterday I had an ad of a 12-inch. Like, how do you know I haven't come out of the closet yet?
all right, we're gonna wrap
That's
this
just a
up
corny
with.
joke, brother. Me
We're
and
gonna
my
wrap
corny
this
joke.
up as depressing as possible. I'm so sorry. Uh, we lost Dolly Parton this week, and then like
And Tim Curry.
and Tim Curry, and we had found out that happened on the same day, but they didn't want Tim Curry to get Farrah Fawcetted by Dolly Parton, so they let Dolly have her day, and then they told us about Tim Curry the next day.
And the drummer for ZZ Top.
Well, if you remember, earlier in the month, we had lost Hayden Pantier, which I don't know if I think everybody here has seen Remember the Titans. She was in that movie. She was the coach's daughter. So that was the Dolly and Tim Curry thing. To put that in a way that my friend had put it, that shit was like 9/11 to the gay community.
Tim Curry.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Dolly too. Dolly was a major ally to the LGBT cause. Like she don't. That was one of her favorite things that she donated to. But what I will say about both of these people, so that we can end this podcast on a positive spin on a negative news. I don't like country music. I do not fuck with the music at all. I cannot stand the country music. So I was not a Dolly Parton fan for her music. But that's something that to be said about what I'm about to say next. To be this kind of a person and have this kind of effect. I was sad to tell my dad that Dolly Parton died. Because, like, yeah, I didn't like her music, but Dolly Parton was so much more than her music. And the one thing that I respected the most about Dolly Parton was she made billionaire money and actively until the day she died did everything she could to not be a billionaire. Like, gave copious amounts of money away. This woman donated to every fucking hurricane relief fund that you can think of since Hurricane Harvey. She donated to causes that I can't think of the names for. She made the Imagination Library that sends books to kids all over the country. Like, Dolly Parton was way more than the music and the acting. And that's why I think I was so sad to tell my dad that she was gone, because that's much when you're a celebrity that's that big and famous, we all say what they accomplish in that field, but I remember Dolly Parton for what she accomplished outside of her occupation. And for you to do that and make that your career, it says a lot, because a lot of people do not do that with their money. They do just enough for a tax write-off. Dolly Parton did so much more than just a tax write-off. But when it comes to Tim Curry, I do have to talk about his occupation. That man was in way more movies than I can think of, but he was also in way more video games than I can think of. There's so many video games that I know, especially if you guys are familiar with the Command and Conquer series. There's so many video games that I know Tim Curry in, and he was. There's a lot of B-list, C-list games where all the other voice actors and all the other like on-screen actors are totally fucking mailing it in, and you can tell Tim Curry's the only one that gives a whole fuck about anything that he's doing. Like, Tim Curry's the only one excited to be the general in an RTS game that only 25,000 people are gonna play. That guy was an actor upon actor upon actors, dude. Like, and you could tell in his body of work, he did love everything that he was doing. Like, guy was very imaginative, and of course, we all remember him from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So, you know, these guys were huge fucking legends in the game, and it's sad to see them go. 2026 sucks. They've taken a lot of good ones, dude. We lost Vanderbeek, we lost Norris, Dolly fucking Parton now.
Oh, we're going over the losses.
Yeah, man. Dude, did we lose
So
Catherine O'Hara too? Like that was this year, wasn't it?
Who did you say so far?
Catherine O'Hara.
I know we lost Chuck Norris. I know we lost James Vanderbeek. I know Dolly and Tim just happened. I know we lost the girl from Remember the Titans.
You heard me? Oliver Tree.
Oliver Tree, yeah, that was a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
That was really sad because it was a freaking helicopter accident in Brazil. So unnecessary.
Oh, we lost two people from The Sopranos. Like, and they were back to back.
Hey, where's the freaking gabagool?
So we lost. Oh wow, a good number of people that were.
Oh, you got the list?
Celebrities. Not all of them were like actors and everything, so I'm going to skip the ones that weren't actors and stuff like that, like actor or musician, unless they were like really. Well, I guess I'll go over them all because you guys would probably care more. All right, so there's like 107 of them. I don't even know if this is fully, because let me see here. It's not even a full list because there's someone on here that it doesn't even have mentioned yet.
We got like the whole obituary for the year.
It's an article of Celebrity Deaths 2026, but it's missing. So yeah, it has Tim Curry, Dolly Parton, Hayden Panettiere, Tyler Duckworth, two-time winner of the challenge. Oh, right, yeah, I heard about that. Ben Jones from Dukes of Hazzard. The star of Phantasm, Reggie Bannister.
Oh, just today we lost the voice of Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
I was going to bring that up because that's not on the list. Yep,
that
Peter
90s
Cullen.
actor girl. Well, two of the 90s actor girls.
Alan Nascimento, UFC fighter. Vincent Pastore from Sopranos. From Nike, Scott Hylands.
Two of like the most famous 90s female actresses.
The dude from The Godfather.
Yeah. I see. Hold on. I don't.
Oh, and Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer died.
Yeah, I think that
is that the girl?
No.
Dude, two female actresses died from the 90s.
Oh, was
I forget their names.
Was Ted Turner this year or last year?
Ted Turner, I think, was last year. That was Charlie Kirk, right? Last year?
No, Ted Turner.
Oh,
Charlie Kirk.
The girl
was last year.
from Godzilla vs. Kong that was only 18 died this year too.
Jesus.
She was in a car crash. Oh, the woman from Home Alone 2, the pigeon woman, Brenda Fricker. She died.
The dude from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Sam Neill.
Have you
The
mentioned the two female actresses from the 90s?
oh my god, I know what you're talking about. I don't
Female
remember.
actresses.
There's two of them. There's one that died this week and one that died a month or 2 months ago. And they were both
The
hot.
one I talked about was Hayden Panettiere, which I already mentioned. We mentioned that.
Yeah,
the other one
Hayden.
was like a brunette. One was a blonde, the other was a brunette.
Fucking Kitty something. Kitty. I know what you're talking about. It was like Kitty something.
Yeah, she was a 90s icon.
Ya estoy en Miami. Ya. I'm in Miami.
Oh yeah, we lost
Guys,
the guitarist from Motorhead.
I'm gonna let you go, guys. And as usual, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure. Take care. Have a good night. No se hagan mucha paja.
Jesse Jackson died this year.
Como pinga. How the fuck do I get it?
That happened in like January or February. I forget which, but like Jesse Jackson died this year. I remember that.
Lindsey Graham, dog.
Lindsey Graham?
Oh, Lindsey Graham.
Oh,
Our supporter of
James
Israel.
Vanderbeek died too.
Yeah, the Dawson. That one was fucked up, bro. I feel like he was way too young.
Oh right,
Who?
Catherine O'Hara died.
Yeah, the mother from Home Alone.
Yeah, she was also more recently in Schitt's Creek.
Oh no! Yeah, that's right. She was pretty. That was a pretty white lady.
Kaylee
Bob Weir died.
Kaylee Hottie was the girl that the from Godzilla.
Yeah, from Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah. I remember we lost two from The Sopranos because I was talking to Paulie about it. Yeah, dude, it's. I think we're having a problem with this because 2026 is taking like a fuckload of people. I feel like way more people died in this year than since like 2020.
What is happening? Who's behind it?
Fucking. I believe that was like. We just had something happen in the NFL world too, where someone on the Bills lost their like 2-year-old.
The Bills?
Yeah, it was like a huge news too. Because he didn't make practice from it. They were talking about it all yesterday. Dory Funk died this year too in the wrestling world. Which, saying right now, like, someone needs to put Ric Flair in a glass box. Whatever box we put the Pope in. We need to put Ric Flair in that box.
Ric Flair's got to be old as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Ric Flair's old enough to have played poker with Jesus, I feel. But alright guys, this is the end for now, unless anybody's got anything else they want to talk about. I feel like we
The
should
only other
end.
thing going on is all the stuff with Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh yeah, the Cyber League thing.
Yeah, they're taking it a bit far to go after the Cyber League people by trying to subpoena a bunch of services, which is going to get information from a bunch of people not even involved.
Hey man, this could have all been prevented if they would have stuck to the original game release date. But no.
That's true. It's true. Well, it also would have been prevented if they didn't make stupid decisions like they've been lately. $100 game, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is. I hate the way gaming's gone, bro. And it's not going to get any better.
That's why I mostly play indie.
Same. But on that note, I will leave the podcast with this. If Lindsay Clancy is innocent, so is Chris Benoit.
Hear, hear.
Free the crippler crossface.
And the NFL has to get more mammy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait. We can't end on that. Do you know that they took away the Pro Bowl? Like, okay. For the two that's not sports privy to the podcast. And for the entire time that we've been alive and long before we were alive, there was this game that would happen at the end of the year, at the end of the season for the NFL. And if you played in this game, it was like an accolade. It was called the Pro Bowl, and only the best of every position got to play this game.
Never
and
mind. Say it like this: every sport, major sport, has an.
Oh yeah, that is true. Every major sport has a version of this.
Has an all-star game. And this was the NFL's all-star game.
But in recent time, somewhere along 2016 or 17, whenever they took it out of Hawaii, which is where they would have this game,
that was the whole allure.
It was a regular football game. And then they turned it into a flag football game. And then this year they're just not having the game at all. And instead they're going to give you the accolade. So basically what they're going to do is tell a player like Joe Burrow, like, hey Joe, you're a Pro Bowler this year. But we don't play that game anymore. Congratulations. Fucking years and years and years and years and years and years of tradition.
Found the fucking toilet.
Fuck it.
Even college football had an all-star game. East and West. I mean, they even have an all-star game. Even college football. But, yeah.
What happened to the game I love? You know, that maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm not.
Maybe we need a new commission. Maybe that.
No. We need to find a politician that will run
That's the problem
campaign.
with the fucking commissioner we have now, the politician.
We need a politician that will campaign on bringing back the NFL from the 1990s. when Ray Lewis was allowed to kill people.
Yes.
And
Make
whoever,
hits legal again.
whatever party line that falls on, I'll just vote. If that ends up being Democrat, I'll vote Democrat. If that ends up being Republican, whoever is for making football great again, no, making the NFL great again, that's gonna be the politician that will have my undying loyalty. That I cannot, I haven't found a politician that's willing to do this, and that's why I'm politically homeless today.
Make hits legal again.
So James Fishback, if you ever want a political career, my vote. You got to run on making the NFL great again. All right.
Legalize excessive force.
Hassan Piker, I'm willing to take Al Qaeda if Ray Lewis is allowed to sack people again. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'll trade in.
No.
Say again?
No drug test. Let them be juiced up.
Yes. Steroids is. I want honestly NFL blitz, but for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna end this podcast. Make the NFL great again.
They've even crucified drug use.
All the boys juiced up and doing hits like it's the 90s.
Baseball hasn't been watchable since we stopped letting them have steroids, is all I'm saying. Alright? We all used to be baseball fans when Mark McGwire was fucking putting them over the light
Into
poles.
the fucking stratosphere.
Yeah, like when Jose Canseco was allowed to just like put balls in the fucking on the moon because his arms were the size of Hulk Hogan's. Like that was when baseball was good, dude. Like,
and then everybody would roid rage and fucking get into a dog pile.
Fuck player safety. This is about entertainment. What happened to the gladiators, man?
Yeah.
These people are supposed to be you're taking that away from them. It's supposed to be a part of their story. I put my body on the line for years.
It all started with toxic masculinity.
No, dude.
The left started with toxic masculinity.
No, it started way before then. It started with CTE research. That's where it started.
Yeah.
That was where they started pussifying my fucking sports games.
Too many athletes were beating their wives at home because of CTE.
He's not wrong.
The wives were like, "He never used to be this way."
Way too many Ray Rice things were happening, and they were like, we should probably look into this. I remember there was this one story, and they found out he had really bad CTE, but a linebacker on the Chiefs, before they became this was like before Patrick Mahomes was even a quarterback, but a linebacker on the Chiefs had shot his wife, I think it was, and then drove all the way to the Chiefs practice facility with the cops behind him to go tell his coach what he did, and then shoot himself in front of his coach.
Oh, fuck.
And this was about the time that rules started to change.
They said enough is enough.
Yeah, they didn't know how to explain that one, This is why hockey is so important. It's the last bastion we have of...
It's the last one. It's the last one.
And they tried fucking with it, bro. Remember, we've had conversations about, should we fight in hockey? Should we be allowed to fight in hockey? Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Everybody does the hockey games as the fights.
They got
So-
fucking helmets on. Let them fight.
You think I'm trying to see the puck in the goal? No, dude. I don't give a fuck about all that, dude. I want to see how many people get laid the fuck out on the way to that.
I want to see dudes getting tackled into plexiglass.
When I play the
And two dudes-
NHL game, I'm not trying to score goals. I'm trying to chase the guy with the puck and kill him. That's how I think hockey is played. I think shooting a goal is like a secondary function to hockey. And you know what's funny? You would think that's an asshole statement in hockey, but in the sport, no, they just have a role for you on the team. It's called bruiser. What they figure out is, oh, you don't play hockey, you just kill people? Great. So we're not going to use you for any scoring situations, but when I want to kill a guy, all right, you're going to play a few minutes. It's great. In the NFL, we ban these people for life, but in hockey, Vontaze Perfect would have had a great career.
You get a promotion.
All right, I'm done now. This is it for real this time. No more tricking me into topics. I'm going to end this podcast.
Yep.
Good night.
Yep. Have a
I'm
good
surprised
night.
Slender is even still fucking here.
Oh, I just mostly tuned out for the sports talk.
All right. Have a good night. Peace. See you next week.